Hello and welcome to Crash and Burn. Thank you for joining us for an evening of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm Tom Yansis and I will be your Dungeon Master tonight. We are thrilled to be streaming at twitch.tv/RollTogetherRPG. But what is this show? Why, this is the adventures of the Gatecrashers. For those of you who don't know, the Gatecrashers are adventurers who travel the multiverse, saving the world. Apart from the fact that 12 of them have gone mysteriously missing, and it's up to our heroes to solve the mystery. You know, traditional D&D stuff. For those of you who are new to Dungeons & Dragons, everyone here plays fantasy characters in a fantasy universe. The 5 players each have their own unique characters with sheets that tell them who they are, what they can do, their deepest secrets, and what dice to roll. They will mostly be rolling this 20-sided to see if they succeed in what they're trying to do. Well, 20 is good. 1 is hilariously bad. And whilst they play their characters, everything else in said fantasy universe is played by me. People, monsters, weather patterns, you name it. Between me describing the world and story, the players describing what they want to do, and some dice rolls to keep things unpredictable for all of us, we will tell our story.
Hi, my name's Chris. I use they them pronouns, and I am playing Honkelred Honorhoof, known to their friends as Hunk, who also uses they them pronouns. Hunk is a bard/cleric, a creation bard/peace cleric, and has just returned from adventures in the Shadowfell, trying to settle back into their life in Waterdeep, seeing their friends succeed all around them, but still confused and intrigued as to what's happening with the 12 silver keys they found at the end of their adventures in the Shadowfell. Maybe this adventure will bring some light to that. Who can say?
Hi, I'm Sean. My pronouns are he, him, and in this campaign, I am playing Bernard Hart, also known as Heartburn, who is also he, him, a Fire Genasi Bardbariogue, that is Bard, Barbarian, and Rogue. Please do check out the wiki for how that entirely works. I'm still trying to work it out myself.
Hi, I'm Emma. I use the pronouns M or Emma. I'm playing Myrta, who uses she, her pronouns. Look, I don't know what you've heard about me, but the prophecies are all real, none of them are fake, and really it was their own choice to travel into the future, so I don't know why they're so upset with me.
Hello, I'm Mike. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm playing Hemlock, who also uses he, him pronouns. Hemlock is arguably the closest to the actual organisation of the Gatecrashers, yet seems to know the least.
Hello, I am David Shears. I go by he, him. I am playing Alba, or Al, also goes by he, him. Al is 5'1" of concentrated hobgoblin fury with an intellect honed to a fine tool. Coming from a distant plane, he was plucked from the battlefield and found himself where? We don't know. He's a blade singer. He likes music, tradition, and art, casting, flashing spells from his fingertips, his saber slashing against his enemies. And where will he go next?
Before we kick off, here's a word from our sponsors.
We are delighted to be sponsored by HeroForge. HeroForge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. HeroForge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time, and beta access to things, and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. They make accessories for D&D, Magic the Gathering, and more. My favourite part of their collection are their figurines of adorable power. Here is their gazer. They also make other things such as deck boxes if you play Magic the Gathering. You can find all of Ultra Pro stuff at ultrapro.com.
Hey friends, check out our new sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for a carefully curated menagerie of click-clack math rocks for your delectation. Check out their entire selection at phoenixdice.com, and just so you know, Phoenix Dice are all about living gloriously in the worlds of tabletop games and sustainably in this one, which means their dice are working to be recycled, their packaging is recycled, the dice are made of sustainable materials. It's all great stuff. You should definitely get involved. You can also join us today in chat with a chance to be in a raffle and win some Phoenix Dice of your own. Just put !dice into chat and you'll be in with a chance to win.
We are proud to be sponsored by Alchemy RPG. Reimagine your gaming experience with Alchemy. They're focused on creating immersive, cinematic experiences everywhere you interact with tabletop role-playing games. You could be playing a game, creating a world, streaming, watching live games, discovering new content. Look at all the cool stuff that they are doing there. You can use environmental motion art, scene-based music, seamless character management to run your games over the internet, with upcoming features including homebrew content, streaming overlays, and spectator mode. So go and check out alchemyrpg.com.
We're delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. Select your heroes and formation and battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You can pop exclamation code into chat for a free Electrum chest.
We are also supported by Warriors of Waterdeep. Take your team of warriors on a quest spanning the Forgotten Realms, all on your mobile. Power up your teams with items, work with your guild to defeat hordes of enemies, and test your mettle in the arena. And to make all of that work, you need gems. As we frequently say, the hunt for gems is real. Pop !wow gems into chat for a link to collect free gems and get yourself that nice sword you've been looking at, or revive your heroes against a deadly foe. Download link !Warriors of Waterdeep in chat.
We're delighted to be supported by Neverwinter. In Neverwinter, explore and defend one of the most beautiful cities from Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms campaign setting as it rises from the ashes of destruction. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is completely free to play, so set yourself up an account today and pop !NW gift into chat for a link to a free gift.
Check out our supporters at D&D Beyond, your guide to digital D&D. Make character sheets online, share them in a campaign, and track all of those tasty little stats in one easy place. You can use the Beyond app to track your characters on the go. You can also use their encounter tracker and archive monsters to run any smooth combat thing. You know what I'm saying. You're a DM. You've done this before. You know D&D Beyond is the place to go. You can also check out our character sheets with an ! characters in Twitch chat below.
Check out our wonderful supporters, Elderwood Academy, who make beautiful bespoke gaming-themed gear, including hex chest dice boxes, spellbook deck boxes disguised as bespoke ancient arcane tomes, and scroll and codex dice tower and rolling tray pairings. Make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
This stream will run for 3 hours, and there will be a roughly 5 to 10 minute break somewhere near the middle. We run shows on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Greenwich Meridian / British Summertime, which is 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. in mainland Europe, and 2 a.m. Tuesday morning in Japan and parts of Australia. On Mondays and Tuesdays, we run TTRPG streams for 3 hours. And on Fridays, we run our talk show, Talk Together, for 1 hour. Our TTRPG streams can be one-shots, 4, 6, 8, or 12 weeks long. You can always find our latest schedule at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg/schedule.
We are Roll Together RPG on all socials, so find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok. Links in chat.
Thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. You can find a link in chat. Help us make our shows from just £1, $1, or £1 gold piece, and unlock more tiers by joining. Our D20 Club are fab. They've created a fan Discord for us. They've also made a wiki page for Roll Together. You can find that at rolltogether.fandom.com.
Welcome to our podcast listeners. If you also would like to listen to us via podcast, you can search Roll Together RPG on your favourite podcast provider. If we're not there, let us know and we will add ourselves to that list.
Finally, we play with a diverse group of players who play with a diverse set of characters with wide-ranging sexual and gender identities. Our tables are trans and GNC positive, and we encourage and champion trans and GNC players and characters in our games. The DM and players may portray characters that are of a different gender to their own. We aim to avoid misgendering, but acknowledge it does happen, and have a company policy in place for correcting people and pronouns. If we miss an instance of misgendering, we are open to being corrected, so please do let us know if you think one has been missed. Check out !safety in chat for content warnings and some of the safety tools that we use through the TTRPG Safety Toolkit. And now, let's begin. Welcome back. After that very exciting opening credits that none of us could ever live up to.
Speak for yourself.
Well, okay. I'd like to point out that our heroes so far, they've been having a relatively easy run of things. They got to hang out in a pub. They got to meet an actual gatecrasher, in this case, a kobold known as Keeper, and his assistant, a tabaxi known as Lightfall as Snow. Keeper was very upset to work out that these 12 keys, these Gatecrasher keys, weren't just lost. It seems that there has been some losses of the company. And basically said, if you are interested in becoming a Gatecrasher, then there'll be various tests, particularly looking at Murder, who might not want to be a Gatecrasher, but certainly does want to be able to travel the multiverse. It seems that, bizarrely, a message was sent by one of these Gatecrashers from what turns out to be the Beastlands. Beastlands. The party went on an adventure, got to befriend a large cloud face, basically, and came across a centaur known as Korvax, who pointed out that the prince of the centaurs had gone missing. When it was pointed out that the party really didn't have time for this, Korvax said that's what the person in the robe said. Thus, the plot continues. They went into the woods and managed to not murder Cordelia, a corrupted unicorn who lives out in those woods. Korvax was attacked by a boar who, when slaughtered, turned back into Antimachus, the prince of the centaurs, a centaur with strange little horns sticking out of his forehead. And that is where we find ourselves. We find ourselves in the woods, in this clearing. Antimachus gets to his feet. No, he's already on his feet. Sorry, he's walking around. Well, yes, I think I mentioned something about having to deal with a dragon. But as I said, we need to get you to the town of Signpost, correct? Yes, marvelous. Hey.
Come again with the dragon.
Could we sleep before we see the dragon?
Yes, of course. Actually, I think there's someone who might be able to help us, and we can claim sanctuary, a safe space before, the dragon. Starts walking. Yes, bizarrest thing. You know how it goes. One day there isn't a dragon, and then suddenly there is.
Do you want us to come with you? I say from way further back, because I have not followed.
Turns around. Well, I need to deal with Cordelia. If you want to come, by all means. I mean,
so you're not taking us to Signpost?
I mean, it's on the way to Signpost. We go past.
Okay.
We go past the tree, and then we go to Signpost. Okay. So, it's walking back and go. This is the bizarre thing about this place. Do you know anything about portals?
Vaguely.
Well, this is the thing about these lands. You'll just start walking, and everything's beautiful and sunny, and then suddenly you go past a tree, and it's all dusk. It seems this place plays tricks on you, transports you all over the Beastlands. It's very confusing, very hard for map making.
That does sound unnerving.
Don't make maps.
You do like maps, did you say?
Don't make maps.
Oh, don't make maps. Well, I suppose that's the policy. I mean, he's just babbling away. It's like, well, I just find it's much easier to just walk in a direction, hope it's going to put you in the right place.
Oh, it's pretty much the policy of my army.
Oh, that's exciting. Trots back and it's like, so, well, I'm not the biggest on war, but and Korvax is like, oh, you could say that again. He's like, Got something to say, Corvax? No.
Sorry, can we discuss how you became a boar?
Oh, absolutely. So, how are we moving? Are we moving the unicorn, or are we just leaving the unicorn?
We said we wouldn't leave the unicorn, but I have no method to move the unicorn.
Well, first of all, So goes. I think we need to. We'll get Cordelia to the tree. So she is a what's the polite way of putting this? Avatar of the woods of the deity that.
That's not true, actually. We could kill her, and I could trap her soul.
Blinks a couple of times. That's a policy. Can I ask you politely not to do that?
It was only an offer.
No. I acknowledge that, and I appreciate that.
It's probably a lot easier for, and kind of points at Hemlock and myself just to
lift her up.
I mean, between the two of us, I'm sure that we can manage one unicorn.
If I heal her wounds and she wakes up, is she going to attack us again?
Yes.
Yes.
We did not clear the corruption.
So, as I said, I'm going to ask multiple questions. So, corruption, and then I'll talk about the war thing. So, I said there's a deity of this woods that lives underneath the tree, the biggest tree in, I think, existence, if I'm right. Anyway, so terrible things have happened here. As you see, corruption. This shouldn't be rotting. I befriended this deity. I take care of them. Corvax is like, you just don't do your royal policies. It's like, are we going to have a problem? He's like, no, your majesty, everything's absolutely fine. You just disappeared for 3 weeks. Anyway, yes, so I went to try and work out what was wrong, and then Cordelia likes to play tricks and turn people into, things. Now she's all sort of weird and yellow and horrible. Also, the deity's not talking to us anymore, so, yeah.
Do you think she's cursed?
I think they might be cursed, yeah.
Well, if we rest, I can remove curses.
That's going to be useful.
Okay.
Right.
Then we need to sleep so I can...
Yes. I'm trying to work out the timescale of this.
You can give us a safe haven here and now if that's helpful.
That's probably not a terrible idea, actually.
We could just sleep here with Cordelia.
I mean,
technically,
yes.
I don't sleep. I just I stand still with my eyes open so that I can watch all of you as you sleep.
Surely watch for danger.
I was going to say we are technically still in like a corrupted woods. This is probably not the safest place to sleep, but I mean,
do have some spells at my disposal. That's all I'm saying.
Is Cordelia's tree on the way to Signpost, or should we go there, rest there, then come back?
As I said, this place does sort of warp you around, but the route I'm thinking of taking us will take us past the tree, and then will take us to Signpost.
So we should rest here?
Probably yes. Because I'm going to be completely honest, the location of the tree is one of the places that the deity of these woods might appear, and if they are corrupted, it's probably not the best place to... I think a rest would probably...
All right. Shush, chatty prince. Alba, go on then.
What's this got to do with the dragon?
I have absolutely no idea. They gave no explanation for anything, aside from the fact that the unicorn, turned them into a boar.
Just hear cracking in the background as Hemlock's just wandering around in the woods picking up dry sticks.
Alba takes a small crystal bead out of his pouch of spell components and begins casting what appears to be, for those of you with arcane knowledge, a ritual.
Corvax walks over and is like, I'm sorry about that. He likes talking more than he likes actually doing anything useful.
Talking's a really good way to hear what people want.
No, listening's a really good way to hear what people want.
Starting conversations is good. I'm just saying,
yeah.
Maybe you're being a bit judgmental there.
He's the next in line to be king, and he likes spending his time in these woods talking and playing music when various things are trying to kill us. And I fear that people might try and take advantage of that, take advantage of his good nature.
Well, that sounds like an excellent problem for you later on in your life.
That's true. That's very, very true.
I think I will look him over with a kind of damn face, like, ooh, that was...
Yeah. Korvax sort of nods very slowly and is like, in answer to your other question, the dragon turned up a few weeks ago, probably around the same time as sort of gestures around the woods. Is it connected? Yes, probably.
What kind of dragon?
Green.
So what do you mean? What kind of dragon?
What colour? What kind?
Sort of shiny, sort of see-through kind of.
Oh, a jet dragon.
Yeah.
What colour?
Sort of like, well, I don't see much of like glass, maybe, or it's sort of actually, no, hold on. We did. That's the thing. We attacked it with poison. We thought fire dragons, and it sort of changed. It's like its color changed when we attacked it.
Interesting. Oh, I would like to study this dragon.
Normally, it's green dragons in woods.
Oh, we don't. It doesn't. We don't think it lives in the woods. We think it lives up in the mountains.
Did you ever come across a dragon, Alba, when you were marching?
So, I came across a wyvern once, but an actual dragon's very rare where I come from. Although there are, of course, legends. Just so I know, by the way, do we want the unicorn in with us or on the outside?
Probably an idea to keep it in, just in case whatever corrupting influence tries to come back for it.
Fair enough. Would you two strong fellows mind dragging it over then? Because I can't move from this spot, and we'll all need to be here when this spell pops off.
Front or back, Hemlock?
Pull out a coin, flick it. Highs or lows, I guess? I don't know. Tom,
I mean, I suppose heads is you get the heads, and tails is you get the tail. How about that?
Right. Perfect.
Anyway, man.
Can't argue that logic.
Have I got one?
I've got a, hold on.
Well, a D6 and halve it.
Just flip a coin.
I used to have a D2.
Who has coins anymore? I don't.
Well, I've got ridiculous D&D coins.
Yeah, same.
Anybody got one? Or I want to go.
I'll tell you what, Sean, left or right?
There we go.
Left.
Empty. You get to choose which one you want. Do you want the heads or the bottom?
I mean, Bernard will go for the head if given the
Go for the head.
He sort of just like, he doesn't particularly say much, he just sort of grunts, nods, fair game, and just... Do you need anything from us? Or can we just
I was like, let's make a strength roll. I fully expect you to be fine with this, but
with advantage because we're helping, or was it just both of us?
Yeah, both of you. That's sort of like.
I didn't want the advantage, so I'll just.
Yeah. Okay, so what did Hemlock get?
Oh, 21. Nice and clean.
the legs are fully up.
20 for me.
20,
yeah.
Perfectly. This you succinctly and safely carry this unconscious unicorn wherever you want to put her.
To me.
Bernard.
To you.
That's a joke.
It takes a while, but you find it. Do you want to secure her, or do you just want to put her down?
I mean, I thought we were trying to keep the unicorn alive. Why would they?
Let's not tie up the unicorn. If necessary, we can always knock her out again.
Fair enough.
Hemlock, do you want to sit on her?
Let's not sit on the... We want this unicorn to like us, don't we, when she wakes up?
Yeah, but if she's corrupted, then I don't think whether we sat on her or not is going to make a difference.
I'll stay near the head, I'm sure. With a quick grapple, that ain't going nowhere.
Is that what you do? Do you wrap your arms around the neck of this unicorn?
I'll just grapple it.
Yeah.
You weekend at Bernie'sing, but okay.
Or if they tap out, I'll have to let go. But
Between all of us, we could keep an eye on the unicorn, surely. I mean, I know that this kind of spell you don't normally need to have a watch.
Like I said, I shall be awake all night, as I have been for the last 500 years.
Not at all bitter, are you, Murta?
It's quite a lonely existence.
It's very tedious not being able to sleep. Do you know what happens at night?
Parties?
Nothing.
Broad question.
Well, alright, I know some of the things that happen at night, but if you live on your own on a farm, do you know what happens at night?
Evil might find you.
It gets dark.
I mean,
Do you not ever go out into your fields and look at the night sky and hear the sounds of crickets and think about how beautiful life is?
No.
Well, you're missing out.
To be fair, Murta has had 500 years of looking at very similar stars. It gets tiring after a while, and again, just a ton of pigs.
To take Hunk's voice into my own for a second,
Yeah.
It's all about mindset.
Have you tried meditation?
Exactly.
Well, can I just ask all of you to make sure that you're within 10 feet of me and you have all of the stuff that you want inside of a protective barrier, because this is getting close to being done. Oh, by the way, does anyone have a favourite colour?
Ed.
Red it is. Does it pop off, Tom?
Yes. No one's delayed you. So
Sure.
what is it? Is it?
So this is Tiny Hut.
Tiny Hut.
A 10 feet radius immobile dome of force springs into existence around and above you and remains stationary for the duration. The spell ends if you leave the area, so nobody leave. And inside...
No, if you leave,
Yeah, we can go in and out as we please.
everyone else can wander in and out. It's just you.
Unless Al, this is how you understand it.
All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it.
No, all other
that's
creatures.
the
We're
ones that
creatures
you
you
haven't-
designated, otherwise
you
we
haven't
couldn't even be in
designated.
here.
No, I think you could be... Okay, I'd always read it as... Tom, you can make a ruling on this. I'd always read it as, once you're in, you're in.
And when they were out, they were out.
I will put it this way: that is certainly the way Albert understands the spell, and that's the way that you have done it on multiple battlefields,
Rigid
resulted,
discipline.
which has resulted in your lieutenant having to basically snuggle up next to you as you fit your commanders in their little sleeping bags. So yes. Those of you who have better understanding of the spell will understand that's not how it works, but that's what Albert is telling you in a very authoritative and commanding tone.
That's how it works on my world. You can see through the dome. It's red on the outside for anyone who's on the outside, and it's
So it's like a massive pimple.
Yeah, it's apparently. It's. Are we all the pass in this scenario? I don't think so.
You sure are.
It's comfortable and dry. And I'm going to dim the lights, so it's just a nice bit of mood lighting.
Oh, this is very pleasant.
Just a sort of odd question. Does it say anything about scrying?
Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it.
Interesting.
It's a much cheaper version of Mordekainen's private sanctum.
There's less sort
You
of
are not
fancy
wrong.
nipples. Yeah. Okay. So a secure space is set up. Korvax basically says, "Look, I'm going to go back and inform the others that the prince has returned. Are you coming, Your Majesty?" And he's like,
Can I roll an insight check on the first person?
On Korvax, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
And there's a definitely anti-royalist sentiment from this person.
Is bad. That's an 8.
I mean,
I'd be intrigued enough to offer assistance on that if Murta voiced.
I'm concerned, I'll say telepathically, that maybe he's going to take the prince off and kill. I've lost track of the pronouns for both these people, Tom.
They're both he, him.
Right.
I will
Take
do
the
a sort
prince
of
off and kill him.
turn and look at Korvax and the eyes do a little look down. I'll give you advantage, Jan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I shall roll again.
as Murta's eyes also go.
That was a 15.
Okay. Is your concern is that he has? You're looking at him. He seems incredibly frustrated.
Ulterior motives.
Ulterior motives.
Look, sometimes flunkies are just annoyed. That's just a thing.
Yeah. Well, he talked to you slightly. He pointed out that there's definitely wars going on between different tribes, and there are various things. And Antimachus is very much. It's basically like a politer form of a bacchanal. I just like hanging out in the woods and talking to things. And he's like, we need to deal with the people who are coming to kill us. And he's like, no, because
how about you just both stay here for the evening with us, then travel back? What's one evening going to make a difference after 3 weeks?
Also, I was under the impression you were going to lead us to Signpost.
So this is the Antimachus was like, yeah, of course I'll lead. Corvax is like, is there an order I have to stay? And he's like, I mean, I can't order you. He's like, yes, you can. You're the prince. He's like, all right. If you want to stay and help take care of Cordelia, sure, fine. Stomp. Antimachus is like,
Have you considered choosing new advisors? Maybe people slightly more qualified for the job with more patience.
I would sort of leans in and like, yeah, I would love to find them. Actually, that's the. Sorry, I'm not the best at sort of like these. So, is that you volunteering? Would you help me?
Oh, I love this guy.
I mean, I have some experience of running countries.
Oh, marvelous. Tell you what, if we don't get eaten by a dragon, yes, yeah, that would be very. Well, this is the thing, because I keep trying to bring in like new ways of thinking, but a lot of my followers are very much this is not the done way. And
have you done consultations
with other people, or just with my people?
With the people you're trying to impose change on.
I set up a suggestion box.
That's not the same thing.
I need to talk to them more, you're right. As this innocent young man is like, yes, Murta seems good.
Murta's not bad.
No, time is a flat circle.
I mean, from the other side of presumably some kind of campfire, you will get. I mean, doing things your way if you're in charge is your choice. So, if you think they should do things differently, just tell them to do it differently.
Well, that's a very fast way to get your head chopped off.
That was my concern. That is how my uncle died. I think he tried to make some strong suggestions, big changes, and then he fell in a crevasse, which happens sometimes. But your head doesn't usually come off when it does. But
then why do you need to be the prince?
Oh, it's hereditary. You know, my father.
Pass it on.
Kovacs is like, yes, Your Majesty. If you don't want it, no one is making you be king. He's like, okay.
We had the king who stopped being king.
And how's
a goblin?
How did that work?
We killed him.
Just like.
Or you could live out your life in the woods doing what you want to do and leave all of this to people who actually care about it.
That's kind of what I want to do, but I'm worried. I kind of want to stop a war from happening, but now I'm not very good. It just looks sad, and Corvax is just like...
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Not anymore.
Do you have any cousins or...
Points at Corvax. He's like, hey.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Tom's playing out the same storyline as in Ancient Antics, but just in this stream.
So
I've only got so many stories.
Sorry, Sean, I've been speaking too much. Gone.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. You're saying that if you abdicate, then next in line is probably your advisor here, and your advisor just happens to think that would be a good course of action.
That does seem suspicious.
Hold on, wait. The actions of a man who's like, this could go wrong fast. No, I'm not saying I want him to abdicate. I just want him to listen to when I'm suggesting that maybe we should start mustering our forces, and maybe it's not so good when he wanders off and gets turned into a pig for 3 weeks.
Yeah, Andy, it sounds like Kovacs is actually interested in all of this, so maybe it would be better if you just gave him the job.
Do you want the job?
Perhaps just delegate some responsibilities, perhaps. Be the figurehead. But then, Korvax, who actually wants to get some stuff done, you're just going to give free rein, as long as it doesn't impose on your figureheadness.
Don't give him control of the armies. That never ends well.
Why not?
Decapitation.
But he can go live in the woods.
But that would be abdicating, not figureheading.
Yeah.
This is a very strange conversation. Maybe you should sleep on it.
Colonel Tiapo says you should be frightened of a coup.
Colonel Tiapo is correct.
There wouldn't be a coup if he just abdicated and walked away.
He doesn't want to abdicate. He's clearly...
But he just said he didn't want the job. I'm confused, my friends. This centaur, clearly does not want to be in charge.
I just want to live in the woods. I want people to stop dying, Your Majesty.
You have a very interesting challenge. However, we have other things to talk about. Can you just go in that corner so we can have a conversation?
I'll go. Come on, Your Majesty. Let's go patrol. He's like, okay. Thank you very much for your advice. That Minotaur is currently just sat on the back of a pseudo god. It's been. Thank you all for rescuing me and for your. Hey guys. I'm gonna. Yes. Korvax sort of gets up and says, "Come on." And then just looks. I'm not gonna murder him. Just before you.
Good, because we'll know if you do.
That is true. I can see everything.
Just
before you go. If you leave somewhere saying you're not going to do something, all you're doing is making us all think that you are going to do that thing.
Okay, how can I convince you that I'm
just
not
leave?
Walks out Avi Marcus is like, I'm very confused, but again, thank you for saving me. I'll see you all in the morning. Gets up, walks away.
As they leave, Hemlock just sort of pipes up in the background. Don't you think it's strange that he was complaining about them talking too much, and then all they did was talk the entire time?
So much talking. So much. We're not even here to solve their problem. I can't even remember what we're doing.
There's a lot of pain in that whole thing.
Trustworthy enough to me. Like yourself, Martha, if you weren't so trustworthy, I'd be concerned with all this talk about scrying and spying, but you're right.
I can scry on some of our foes if you wish. I just would have to know who they are.
We don't really have any foes yet.
Was the description of the dragon enough?
That's a good point.
Oh, it was a pretty good description. I can give it a go.
Hemlock.
That's me.
Didn't you say that you were part of this key maker people's castle?
Yeah, the keysmiths.
And then that got attacked. Didn't happen to see anyone there, because that would be a pretty good person to scry on if you happen to.
That's a very good idea.
If you could draw me a picture of them, that would help enormously. It doesn't have to be a good picture.
Hemlock, you just hear in your head, I see you!
I just gotta go.
Alba has decided to try and draw a picture of a dragon because this might be a competition. He wants to win the art prize.
See that everyone's drawing. Bernard will also join in, but it's a picture of himself on top of a mountain of fire and skulls.
Sleight of hand check, Tom?
I'm starting my long rest.
Yes.
Actually, did you say that it was your Gatecrasher who we're coming to try and find?
What?
Did you say it was your Gatecrasher that we're trying to come and find?
Maybe.
No. The key that is currently in Murta's chest was your gatecrasher.
Nobody knows that, apart from Mike.
So that's in meta. That's not what happened. A key was... Actually, no, hold on. Yes. So a key was presented by Keeper to Hemlock.
It was that Gatecrasher's key, because it was if we found them, we could give it back to them.
You could give a key back to a Gatecrasher, but it wasn't the Gatecrasher who's got
I thought I recognised the key.
You recognise the key. The key you've been given belonged to your Gatecrasher.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
I mean, the key that Keeper was showing us looked a lot like the key that my Gatecrasher had. That's all I got.
Maybe I'll scry on mine. I've never tried that before. It's interesting, isn't it? I wonder why I never thought of it.
That's a good idea.
All right, well, I'm just going to go sit outside for a little bit, unless we have more things to discuss. Besides, how are we going to kill a dragon? Has anyone considered this?
Hitting it really hard.
Hit it with things until it stops moving.
Usually works for me.
Yeah, that was a stupid question. I'm sorry.
No, it makes sense. Like, the other time I was fighting with my friends against someone who had all 12 of the keys, and we were like, how can we stop this person? And we just kind of went for it, and half the party did things that didn't really do anything, but it was nice. You know, we all helped out in our own way. I'm sure it'll be the same.
Spoken like a true Arcani hunk.
A what now?
Never mind, it's a long story. It's a
Okay.
sect of religious shock troops.
Right, I have
What
two...
these tattoos are about. Sorry, carry on, Mata.
No, you're fine. I like your tattoos.
Everyone tells a story.
Well, maybe you can tell us them later. I like
As
stories.
everyone's trying to sleep.
Mine are just
Best told
pretty.
with bagpipes.
Yes. That will make the night less boring.
Murta, you have spent so much time just sitting there. Bagpipes would make the evening so great. You don't need to sleep. Anyway, yes,
Maybe,
Murta.
right, I have 2 scries left this evening. Who should I scry on? I can scry on the person that Mike's character is currently drawing, and I can also scry on my Gatecrasher. Was there anyone else in consideration?
Well, if your Gatecrasher is one of the Gatecrashers that's gone missing, we can, I think, make a safe bet that that person wouldn't be.
She said she was
easy
going to come
find.
back and find me, and then she never did, and also she was obsessed with me, so there's no way she wouldn't have come back.
Exactly, so maybe she's dead.
That's a very sad thought.
I'm just saying, like, theoretically, the person who attacked the key
I knew I should have stolen her soul when I had the opportunity. Then she would never have left me.
Okay.
We're just going to put that on the shelf. I mean, that is
Tom,
not wrong.
Don't put it on the shelf. Anyway, there's the assassin who tried to destroy the
the
Hemlock's
assassin.
order because...
I think that's a good call. I'm intrigued by that.
And this dragon we're probably facing tomorrow seems like a wise idea as well.
Right. Which 2 of the 3 do you want?
Well, those 2.
The dragon and the...
That would be my guess, but I'm not in charge. It's just an idea.
All right.
Imminent
Dragon.
danger and underlying threat.
Mm-hmm.
Could I have your drawing of the dragon, please, Alba? And your drawing of the assassin, please, Hemlock?
Just so you know, I was drawing from imagination, so it's not necessarily up to my usual standards.
How good is it?
I was going to say, 2 drawings are handed over.
It was a 15 on a sleight of hand, so it's reasonable. It's a reasonable facsimile from somebody who's
dragon.
never seen a dragon.
I imagine for those of you who are a bit older, Homestar Runner had a character called Trogdor who was a dragon and had a beefy arm. It's a similar look. It's a very good dragon. It might not be the dragon, but it's certainly, you could look at that and say, that is a dragon.
A dragon, yeah.
Yeah.
Bernard's sleight of hand was a 19, but Bernard's gotten very good at drawing himself by this point.
I think, sort of like camera-wise, 2 drawings are put, and then like a third drawing is slipped in, which is a beautiful, again, like side of, like the plans of the side of a van of Bernard on top of a mountain. Right.
Is it signed to my biggest fan?
This is beautiful, Bernard. However, why is your shirt not on in it?
Why would you hide this?
Are you not wearing a shirt?
It literally just has a belt kind of crossway.
Sorry.
It's got its nipples and piercings out.
I feel like you've really focused on the chest area.
It's muscular. There are extra muscles.
Don't skip leg day. That's my advice.
Has Bernard skipped leg day?
I'll keep this for later. Myrtle like folds it up and puts it inside her chest.
This has made me feel mediocre in many ways.
Hemlock, what did you get for your sleight of hand?
13.
It certainly is an elf. Again, sort of, how good do you think you are at drawing, Hemlock?
I don't think it's in his wheelhouse, I'll put it that way.
There's like tears in the parchment where you've tried to rub it out.
Rub out, you mean get
I
miffed off?
Considered a different approach, Hemlock. Could you just, in your mind, project to me an image of the person that you saw, since we are linked telepathically?
Yes. How do I do that?
Think really hard about the picture and think really hard about me at the same time.
The picture or the person?
No, the person, not the picture. The picture is beautiful. I shall also keep this. I fold it up and put it in my chest.
All you're getting now is images of the picture.
Oh no, it's not that picture, it's Bernard.
All you're getting is images of Bernard and then nipple piercings. And then
that is already burned irrevocably into my eyes.
It gets bigger. It's zooming in.
The person who attacked your home.
Bernard starts subtly playing a power chord just undercurrent this image of himself in everyone's head.
Mike, roll a history with disadvantage because there's two sexy, what were you, bard, rogue, barbarian, barbodian, you know.
Tom, I do not need disadvantage, but okay. So, with a 7, with disadvantage, we got a 5.
Oh dear.
Just a black. You see,
the picture's better.
Yeah, it certainly has hands, and it's holding something, and the face is just a blur. And then the image comes. No, the image comes of Leota lying and dying, and that is crystal clear.
Oh dear, Hemlock. Oh dear, I just pat you on the shoulder. I'm gonna go.
Bernard, can you watch the demon thing? I'm going for a walk.
Yeah.
And he gets out and just... Well, he doesn't go far, maybe 30 foot in a circle.
Bernard's just gonna... Of course, take as much time as you need, and we'll strum another... I mean, he only knows metal chords, but another chord, and I am going to give you just some inspiration, just to keep you safe.
I'm going to sit just on the other side of the hut, because I need to be outside it for the effect, but I don't need to be very far away. Okay. And I'm going to flip open my arm mirror, and, well, that's what it is.
Yep, that's established. It's like a little... Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to... My arm is worth 1,000 gold pieces. Please don't cut it off. And I'm going to cast Scrying. And would what I've seen from Hemlock count as a likeness?
Ugh.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought. Right.
Polite way of putting it. Ugh.
In that case, please can I scry on the mask that I saw in my vision?
Interesting. You can certainly try.
They need to roll a wisdom saving throw.
No, they don't.
Interesting. So it just fails.
It just fizzles out.
Fascinating. I'll then try scrying on
generic dragons.
Generic dragon. I'm going to try scrying on my Gatecrasher.
while I am looking through some stats, Hemlock, you're sitting underneath a tree, are you?
Yeah, maybe taking a second.
Yeah.
He is, although impeccably stupid as a person, he is still aware of his surroundings, so he'll probably keep an eye out more than anything, trying to sneak up or take him by surprise. I will say that he's not just unawares.
That's fair.
He's still a soldier at the end of the day.
Could you just roll me a wisdom check, Hemlock?
Okay. It's not as terrible.
Oh, actually, when I do that, I get my 5th level slot back, so I can
do it again.
I can do it again.
Nice. That is a solid 3.
Mercer, it was a non-natural 20.
Meets. So nothing goes through.
Nothing goes through.
But it does try to connect. It doesn't just break off.
Yes, you sort of like you kind of get like this. Yes, it's resisted, but there's sort of like you get a feeling that, like with the other one, where it was like hitting a wall. With this, something just sort of goes, nope, turns it off.
Interesting. I have one more.
You want to try again?
I think once it's been resisted, you can't do it for a while.
There you
go. I don't know.
You just do it again and again and again.
Yeah, no fair. In that case, I am going to try and scry on the Kobold Gatecrasher.
Interesting. Okay.
Who I know. Sorry, Tom. Actually, did you minus the... do I have a possession from my Gatecrasher? Presumably
the diary.
Something.
You've got the diary.
You got the journal.
They take 4 off the roll.
Interesting. That'll be a 16.
In that case, that fails and it goes through.
We'll come back to this. Hemlock, you're sitting underneath a tree, and you're having a deep think. You know, this is incredibly tragic. You know, sort of like again, sort of memories that you have kind of put away. You felt possibly that your job was done. You informed people, and now you're here in the middle of the woods, and then suddenly, bam! It's dark. It's completely black. Your eyes, it's like they're not there. But around you, you can hear...
Tom. Is this divination magic? Because no, it's Hunk, isn't it, who's currently immune to divination magic?
Yeah.
I've got confused.
No, that's fine.
Who did I cast non-detection on?
You gave Hunk non-detection,
right, okay.
And they're inside the...
2 Minotaurs.
Yeah. It happens. It's like no eyes. But you can hear there's like a party going on. That there'll be sort of like there'll be a noise, and then it will be the hey! And everyone's having a really good time. But you're not. You're just sitting there. And then suddenly you feel a hand on your shoulder, and someone's leaning in and going, "Oh, that's sad, isn't it? That's not fair. Everyone else is getting to have a really lovely time, but you don't get to have a go. That's not fair. That's not fun, is it? Do you want to have a go, my friend?" And you sort of nod your head, and you feel this person's helping you up and puts something in your hand. It's something wooden. And you're like, "Okay, don't worry. I'll guide your hand. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And you throw what you assume is a dart. And you hear, and then suddenly the party are like, eh! Oh no! Oh God! Oh no! And suddenly hands on you, and you're being pulled away, and someone is screaming, "Hod! What the hell did you do?" Flash, you're back in the woods.
What did I do?
What did you do, Hod? What did you do?
If Hemlock's still out, on his own, I would be getting up to go over.
Yeah.
Who has the key currently?
Murta.
But
you don't
as
know
far
that.
as you know, Hemlock.
Yeah.
Mm.
In that case, be going out to find Hemlock as well. I can't.
If you go out,
If Hunt goes, I will pass on a request. I just want to have a look at it.
I was going to stand up and look out towards where Hemlock went and start moseying my way. If you have a request, please tell me.
Monk.
As a go. Yep.
If you're heading out to find Hemlock, would you mind asking if I can have a look at the key? I've had a thought of something I might be able to do in case somebody tries to take it off us.
Yeah, all right.
Bit of extra layer of security.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate that.
Mercer. You have that moment of just going, come on, you're smarter than this. They can't beat you. You have the journal. Have you looked at the journal much in the absence of your Gatecrasher?
I would have read through it once, but I wouldn't have needed to read through it like more than once.
No. What languages do you speak?
Common, Draconic, Elvish, and Giant. Although, frankly, I've been alive for 2,000 years, so your call, Tom.
No, I'm saying that's absolutely fair. So you know.
Oh, also, I have a short rest ability that means I can read all languages.
That's absolutely fine. This wasn't me trying to hide the puzzle. This was me just sort of like going,
oh, no, it's a puzzle.
No, not a puzzle.
No.
I'm sort of saying like I was like, whatever. You had a few weeks, months, you wouldn't have let this beat you. So you know that this is an old journal. This is your Gatecrasher chronicling as much as she can. You also know that her actual name is Amstigin. Sean, prepare yourself. Anstagin. That's Anstagin.
It's a very unfortunate Elvish name. It just doesn't roll off the tongue.
It doesn't. But it's a hell of a name for a dragon.
The scrying would go through, Tom. I'd get to scry. Yeah. It's not legend lore.
No. I'm saying because it's written. A large part of it is written in Draconic, and then into Elvish. So, she never transformed though when she was with me. No.
Interesting. I do have the ability to cast True Sight, so I would have cast it at some point when I was around her. I'm not sure how that works with dragons. Sorry, Tom. I have a really
that's absolutely
character.
Fine. It's kind of weird because you see it as a True Sight, and then you see a dragon wearing a very nice little hat, a little fascinator on the side of its head. So I don't think you ever let her know that that's.
I would probably have addressed it with her at the time, Tom. She's a dragon.
Okay, we're retconning that. That changes stuff, but that almost sort of like comes you. Yeah, no, you would have known.
You don't just see your friend as a dragon and be like, oh well, I guess we'll talk about that later.
You might do if you don't want to play your hand. Okay. Yes, I am a dragon. But this is a couple of months before the beginning of this game. Yes, but I just thought, it's a much easier form to take to wander around. And as I said, I read the books that you wrote. I was a big fan.
Do you miss flying?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you ever turn back into a dragon?
People have a habit of panicking. People try and kill you.
What colour dragon are you?
Crystal.
Right. What kind of crystal though? Like specifically, like fire crystal or pink quartz or
crystal? Just crystal.
Or just quartz, like
quartz. I suppose sort of like I've never really.
You never like chipped a bit off and sent it to a gemologist to see. I think that's what I would have done.
And that's why we're very different people, Murta. I'll tell you what. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe one day we'll.
I mean, we could just pull a single scale off. Surely you won't miss a single scale.
No, it's my hoard. No.
Do you have a hoard?
Of course I do.
What do you hoard?
knowledge.
Yeah, see if that makes sense. All right.
There you go.
You could have told me. I wouldn't have minded.
I know you wouldn't have
I've met
minded.
many dragons in my time, some of whom have been very nice, some of whom are supposedly very nice but hate me. I don't understand why,
Yes,
personally.
no, he seems rather... Well, he's very enchanted by his ward, the former princess, yes. Yeah. But,
All right, good. Well, I'm glad we had this clarifying chat about your inner nature.
I'm glad. I'm sure this isn't going to come up in maybe a few months when you're going to have to be...
Would you prefer me to speak to you in Draconic? Because I can.
I like, if you wish, sort of, you switch and you start speaking in Draconic, this red-headed elf and you just talking in guttural growls. As the camera pans around and there's just a mercenary just going, oh no.
All right, so
yeah.
Let me scry on my crystal dragon.
You scry on your crystal dragon.
Yeah.
She's in a cave.
In a forest that we're also in.
In the mountains.
Jeez.
In the dusk, it's dark. This is actually a point for here that where you are currently is still midday. You're slightly better off, yeah. Because it's always midday, but it's dusk. Well, fortunately, you didn't have to look at the very good drawing of Hemlock. Because that elf is there. But the left side of his face is heavily burnt. So, is scrying that you look through their eyes, or you just look at them?
No, let me just get the full wording up because it's been a while since I used it. But you can see and hear a particular creature you choose. Wisdom saving throw, blah, 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 blah. You can see and hear through the sensor as if you were there. The sensor moves with the target, remaining within 10 feet of it for the duration. A creature that can see invisible objects sees the sensor as a luminous orb about the size of your fist.
So there's just an orb floating.
So yeah, if it's a dragon, dragons probably have true sight, so the dragon probably can see the orb, just for your reference, Tom.
It does. Is there a way it can dismiss that now it knows it's there? Or is it just like, I'm aware that I'm being watched?
If it can cast a spell magic, then presumably, but I cannot see the stat block you have in front of you, Tom. And I would still get to see and hear what they're saying while they're working.
That's fair. Do you have to... Oh, interesting. She also has detect. She knows you're there. That's not a problem. Just floating. So this elf, as I said, with the sort of left side of his face heavily burnt, is just sort of sitting there with like hands in. Well, that's Are they anything at all? Hands round. There's the back of someone who's sort of knelt over, is working on something. You can see snakes slowly moving around. From that, no, I'm not actually any good at this. You're gonna have to try and fix it. We're stuck here. Are you okay? Do you want to? No, keep going. Any message at all? No, she can't get to us. She's gonna take more than that to stop her. At least has Lacuna reported? No, one's reported. That's weird. I sent them to go about. They're gonna get the key. They're gonna, and we can get home. This elf just starts talking to himself. Just.
Someone, I'm gonna say back into the hut. Someone called Lacuna is looking for us, and I have news about the dragon. Great. Tom, does this look like my dragon? Is it my dragon?
You pan around, and there's sort of like, that's the thing. This dragon sort of opens one yellow eye.
Correct.
And just smiles.
Oh, good. All right, I will drop the scrying.
As you
and
do,
then,
she just winks.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna. I'm sorry, Tom. This is such a character. I'm so sorry.
No, please go. If you could resolve the final battle for me, we can have the picnic episode.
It's within range. How far away do I think she is?
A good distance. Almost, I would say, almost like on a different plane. Well, actually, still, it's the Beastlands, but a distance.
A distance. Okay. I can't do anything else. I'm just going to retreat back into the hut, looking a bit like Warforged. Like can't look pale, but the eyes are a little bit like glazed over.
Yeah.
So that dragon is my dragon.
You've got a dragon.
You say to Bernard, who's the only person who's still...
No, Albert's there as well.
Albert's still there, yeah.
My Gatecrasher is a dragon. Did I not mention that?
No, you conveniently forgot to mention that.
It's only just occurred to me.
Fair enough.
They all dragons, do you think?
A crystal dragon, to be specific. No, I don't think they're all dragons, but she was a dragon.
That's a very disconcerting thought, though, Alba.
She's been corrupted. Her eyes are yellow. If we could get within 30 feet of her, I could talk to her, but not from right here. In fact, do either of you have sending?
I do, in fact. I've been trying to contact some of the people that I used to travel with, but to no avail.
Do you have any magical essence left within you? I'm sorry. I don't want to just ask him if he's got any spell slots.
I mean, there's a picture in your chest cavity that shows a lot of magical essence. It shows a man brimming with essence.
Alba just bites his lip and like...
If you're asking me if you've ever got any spoons, then I have still got a few larger
you can
spoons.
spoon with your magical essence!
Well, I did used to enjoy that in my day, in my prime, when I had flesh.
When I had flesh.
If I showed you a picture of my dragon in your mind, do you think you would be able to contact her?
I reckon I probably would be able to. What would you want to say?
Hello? Is it me you're looking for? No, I'm sorry, I don't know where that came from. Just random snippet of someone else's life.
It's good lyrics, though. Hang on.
Hello.
This is probably a more laid-back song than you normally play, Bernard, but it's very charming.
The inspiration.
Definitely rocking it right up.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. It's Murta. Well, it's not Murta. It's Bernard, but Murta sent me. How many words? That's too many words.
I'll probably explain it slightly more succinctly, so don't worry.
Okay. I can see you're in danger. Will you attack us if we approach? I would very much like to spend more time with you.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. Bernard will cast sending.
Oi, dragon!
So, is it enough just getting the image in my mind of the dragon that Murta is familiar with for me to...
You only have to be familiar with them. Tom?
I am. Yes, I am having a...
I'd like a dragon familiar.
Roll a d20.
No offense, Kenil Tiapo.
I'm not a familiar. I'm just a snail.
I've always just been a snail.
You are Colonel Tearpo's familiar. That was a 13 on the d20.
What do you tell her? What is your message?
Hello, dragon. Message from Murta. We know you're in trouble. Will you attack us if we try to save you? Would love to catch up. That's 25.
Very good.
You're much more succinct than I am.
Don't fuck about.
Do I fuck about?
To be fair, that is a bit of a lie. Fuck about a little bit.
Hello.
Actually, I did want to ask Murta, on account of you helping me out today, I wanted to do something nice for you. So, what would you like in a mount? Because I'd love to give you a ride.
Oh, sure.
Well, honestly, I'd love to be surprised. So just do whatever you fancy. I've always enjoyed a good riding.
Yeah,
Heavens!
got the perfect mount in mind for you.
I like how I was trying to give the sending back, and then it's like, now we got to talk about mounting. You got hello.
It's all right, Tom. Carry on. I think we're over the hump now.
This used to be such a wholesome stream.
Yeah, then Emma showed up, and it all went downhill from there. David is worse.
I resemble that remark.
Oh. Hello, Genasi. Glad you missed me. I would love to catch up. You said something of a surprise. Enjoy our surprise. And...
Oh, God.
Yeah, Bernard repeats that.
Stick the head out of the hut. Everyone back inside, now!
Well, I don't know what Mark and I are talking about. We've not had the conversation yet. I don't know when we're being interrupted.
I guess if you came around a corner, you'd see Hemlock going, what did I do?
You're right there, friend?
Am I still, like, charmed or entranced? Or am I out of it at the moment?
You've come back.
It's almost like a shock, like he sort of turns quite quickly and then sort of takes a couple of steps back and goes, something's messing with me. Am I aware of what happened to me? Sorry.
Yes.
Just before
that you kind of, again, sort of like in working it out, it was like someone was conveying a memory to you. You know, it wasn't, you don't necessarily feel like you've just done something. You know, it's not like they controlled your body. It feels like something had happened to you, but...
And they were calling out, Dom, what have you done? Sort of like...
Yeah.
Just remembering
also,
that.
again, to point out, they called you Hod.
Hod, not Dog.
But you might think you were called Dog.
Hod. No, that was pretty soon after it. Like, he's stupid, but he's not, like, inept. He sort of turns, something's messing with my mind.
I mean, we're on another plane of existence. I think that might just be a given. What was it?
I was someone called Hod, and I was committing murder, manslaughter, something of that
right
type.
Hey, maybe it's connected, maybe it's completely random, you know? It's all good. We'll talk to the others about it. They got some big heads on their shoulders. They'll work it out.
Yeah, too rich for my blood. Just don't like things in my head.
Mm-hmm. You all right? You walked out in a bit of a straw.
Yeah. It's not nice to remember that the one job that I was supposed to do, I failed at. But new mission, new task. I focus on that. Everything starts to fix itself again.
So your job's protecting people, right?
Well, it was protecting a place alongside a relatively new idea to the Gatecrashers, which was creating, well, their own force instead of individual travelers. I mean, I can't pretend to know much. I think the whole point of having us all individual, not knowing as much, was actually convenient for the Gatecrasher ideology. But we still saw people pass through. Stories were still passed now and then. Not that I remember them, but it was always nice to hear a story or two. But moving back, we'd even once or twice go out alongside a Gatecrasher if they needed strong force, let's call it. But yeah.
And Hemlock, you've done a very good job, like when the adventures you have been on. That's why you got promoted to the one who will talk to the Gatecrashers about this.
Yeah, important work. As far as I understand.
Yeah, sounds great. Sounds shaking things up, maybe.
Maybe it'll make me less rigid. You might be right.
I mean, you're protecting us real well.
Bamf! Something blasts out of the tree, skids to a halt, turns around. What language do you two speak? Do you speak Sylvan?
Oh, wow, like...
Whatever Minotaurs speak and Common.
I speak Common, Minotaur, and Giant.
Oh, Minotaur, that's convenient.
Yeah, we speak Minotaur. Yeah. We're probably speaking in Minotaur without thinking about it.
Yeah. A lot of snorting. This wooden-looking man just starts talking to you in this language you do not understand.
Hang on a second, hang on. I'll cast tongues.
Cast tongues. They have betrayed the woods and wish to kill the unicorn.
Who's they? What's going on?
Points. And about 60 feet away, the trees are moving. And there's boomf, boomf, boomf.
Bunk.
Yeah.
I'll hold it. Maybe you could get help. And he's going to take a couple of steps forward to make himself look big.
We've got a literal, impenetrable shield, there.
He turns and goes, oh, is that how it works? Cool.
Yeah.
He'll grab the Sylvan by the shoulder and just drag.
No! Where am I going? I must protect the woods!
I will point out immediately now, Hemlock will not know that he can pass through and the Sylvan can't. So go with whatever you want with that.
And presumably also can't understand the Sylvan, so...
No. This woodwode is just yelling at you. And
Hang on. I will say I can just speak and understand. No, I speak regularly, so Hemlock still understands me, but the woodwode understands what I am saying. You can't protect the woods if you did.
I made a mistake. I trusted them. They're not to be trusted. They are corrupting us.
Oh, are these the people doing all the corrupting?
Yes. He told me that I would be saving the forest, but this is not saving.
Well, this is
sounds like the smart ones would want to talk to this one.
Yeah, I think so. Do I know how Tiny Hut works in detail? Probably not.
Not even Owl does.
You know perfectly well how it works on your plane of existence. It's just nowhere else does it work like that. And there was me. Didn't press the long rest button, but I certainly changed which spells I prepped, which now obviously I haven't.
In fairness, on my plane of existence, it's just a squad of Hobgoblin and Arcani, so it's a bunch of rigid men.
Look, some people are into that. We're not here to judge.
Yeah, I'll run back into the tiny hut. We got company, friends.
I know, I was just telling you that.
What?
Did you not hear me shouting?
No.
Why isn't he coming in?
He won't be able to pass through the magic barrier.
Help, I'm being kidnapped. Help, this is not what the wood wishes. Oh. And then looks at it like, oh, they have killed the unicorn.
Can't see inside. Completely opaque.
But the unicorn's over there, right?
No, unicorn's inside.
The hut.
Oh,
Inside.
Looks in. Oh.
You can't look in.
Not until... I mean, unless someone tells Hemlock that he's not getting in.
Is he just being repeatedly smushed against a red wall?
Yeah.
Hemlock, that creature cannot pass through because Alba did not include them when they first cast the spell.
Okay,
In fairness, that was an oversight on my part. I should have anticipated some strange Sylvan thing turning up.
Hey, next time give us all a +1.
Okay.
You can change it on the fly, or...
Oh yeah, I could start casting it again, but it'll be 10 minutes.
Oh, he'll let go and pop his head up. Sorry, mate, you're on your own. And then just...
What? On his own with what?
The things that are corrupt in the woods are coming here right now.
That's the thing. You sort of you let the woodwoad go, who kind of runs, gets out like a club and a shield, and Fiona says, I won't let you hurt the trees.
Sucks to be you, pal.
Right.
Sure does.
What is that creature and what does it want? Anyone?
It protects the woods, and it
corruption, trusting
it trusted people that are now corrupt in the woods, and the people corrupt in the woods are coming here. I think all of the things that are happening might be converging.
Can it uncorrupt the woods?
Can you uncorrupt the woods?
Look, says, I'm doing my best.
Oh, right.
Right harder. Oh, I can't understand.
Oh, right.
Anyway.
I see what's happening. Friend, can I make a suggestion to you? It's up to you whether you follow it or not. Whatever's coming through those trees is probably going to hurt you real bad. So why don't you keep running and leave it to us, okay?
Okay.
All right.
That's not what I want to...
Circle back in a few hours. Tell them, circle back in a few hours.
Or
if we're still alive.
Or get help.
I would just like to state that I'm slightly magically tapped at this point.
Me too.
Right.
I mean, I've got a bit in the tank, but if I leave this hut, then we're all kind of screwed. So my hands are tied. If y'all want to go out there and deal with the corruption, I can just chill.
Well, if you have the hut up, then we can sort of dip in and out of it, can't we?
No, I suppose. I mean, that's not how I understood it to work, but I'm coming to understand that there's a lot of things that are new to me.
Out of character conversation, that is how it works, but also it's real easy to hold your action. It's not a surefire way of not getting hit.
Oh no, but if someone gets very badly injured, they can duck back into the hut.
Sure.
Where I can heal them.
I mean, I'm here to protect you. I'll deal with it. Well, if I can, I'll come back.
Well, let's look at it this way. The woods are still going to be corrupted in 8 hours' time after we've all had a kip, right?
Yes, but the tree might also be dead.
Large hand coming down from the tree.
I tell you
Picks
what.
up the woodwoad.
Oh no, friend.
Wait, hang on. When did that happen?
Just now. It's while you've been talking.
Did he not run away? I suggested he ran away.
He hasn't quite run away yet. He was running and then something.
Can I step outside and vortex warp him, please, Tom?
By all means.
Just go. Tell him to go with it, Hunk. Tell him to go with it.
Go. Don't resist. Go.
This is how I die.
I'll vortex. No. I'll vortex warp them from where they are to 90 feet behind the hut.
Can I double up on Emma and basically do pull to the other side and do compel duel as well to sort of take the distraction straight after?
I will point out that sort of again, if we're looking at the map, the woodwoad came from, let's say, the south, got to the hut, started running off to the north, got picked up for the north. You want to warp it back to the south, correct?
That's where it came from.
That's where it came from. That's where it was running away from, yes.
Well, doesn't make any sense.
Back into the forest fire.
We could just let it get eaten, I suppose.
No. You've cast vortex warp. Just choose somewhere to put it. It doesn't matter where. If there's other things, then there are other things.
I didn't understand the situation.
No, that's fair. That was me not making it completely clear what was happening. So retroactive time wobbles back. Magic pours out back into Murder's hand.
I hate it when that happens.
If
has the hand already grabbed the woodwoad? Is it grappled?
It's basically what you're seeing now is a huge. If you think of the woodwoad, it's about 6 foot wooden human. This is a massive tree person with a big craggy face, and again, big scary yellow eyes.
Okay, if the woodwoad is not been grabbed yet, then I'd like to cast a spell on it. But
would 1 minute give you enough time to recast the hut, Alba?
No, I'm afraid I don't have it prepped in that way. If we're gonna go and be heroic, we're gonna go together. But if that's the plan, I'd suggest taking a moment to cast some preparation spells, because there's a limit to what I can do.
I've stepped out of the hut and I'm casting Sanctuary on the Woodward.
That was a lie, by the way. There's no limit to what I can do.
Hemlock will look and go, if you need time to cast, I'll get it.
I had understood that, Albert. You're very impressive.
Right back
I'll
at
step
you,
out
Martin.
and attempt to compound Pale Jewel, and then hopefully that'll be enough time for everybody to do what they need to do.
I'll put it this way. There's the Trent in front of you. But as you step out, something else is emerging from the woods. It's mechanical. It used to have very beautiful paint on it, but it does look like something has crushed its chest in the jaws. As Gatey walks forwards and just draws a sword. Tilts. Points.
Yeah, I know that guy.
And on that note, I think before we go into battle, this might be a good time for us to have a little bit of a break. So, as everyone prepares to fight various forest creatures, we'll see you all in 5 to 10 minutes. Take care, y'all.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Hero Forge. Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. Hero Forge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time, and beta access to things, and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. They make accessories for D&D, Magic the Gathering, and more. My favourite part of their collection are their figurines of adorable power. Here is their gazer. They also make other things such as deck boxes if you play Magic the Gathering. You can find all of Ultra Pro stuff at ultrapro.com.
Hey friends, check out our new sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for a carefully curated menagerie of click-clack math rocks for your delectation. Check out their entire selection at phoenixdice.com, and just so you know, Phoenix Dice are all about living gloriously in the worlds of tabletop games and sustainably in this one, which means their dice are working to be recycled, their packaging is recycled, the dice are made of sustainable materials. It's all great stuff. You should definitely get involved. You can also join us today in chat with a chance to be in a raffle and win some Phoenix Dice of your own. Just put !dice into chat and you'll be in with a chance to win.
We are proud to be sponsored by Alchemy RPG. Reimagine your gaming experience with Alchemy. They're focused on creating immersive, cinematic experiences everywhere you interact with tabletop role-playing games. You could be playing a game, creating a world, streaming, watching live games, discovering new content. Look at all the cool stuff that they are doing there. You can use environmental motion art, scene-based music, seamless character management to run your games over the internet, with upcoming features including homebrew content, streaming overlays, and spectator mode. So go and check out alchemyrpg.com.
We're delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. Select your heroes and formation and battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You can pop exclamation code into chat for a free Electrum chest.
We are also supported by Warriors of Waterdeep. Take your team of warriors on a quest spanning the Forgotten Realms, all on your mobile. Power up your teams with items, work with your guild to defeat hordes of enemies, and test your mettle in the arena. And to make all of that work, you need gems! As we frequently say, the hunt for gems is real. Pop !WOW gems into chat for a link to collect free gems and get yourself that nice sword you've been looking at, or revive your heroes against a deadly foe. Download link !Warriors of Waterdeep in chat.
We're delighted to be supported by Neverwinter. In Neverwinter, explore and defend one of the most beautiful cities from Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms campaign setting as it rises from the ashes of destruction. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is completely free to play, so set yourself up an account today and pop !NW gift into chat for a link to a free gift.
Check out our supporters at D&D Beyond, your guide to digital D&D. Make character sheets online, share them in a campaign, and track all of those tasty little stats in one easy place. You can use the Beyond app to track your characters on the go. You can also use their encounter tracker and archive monsters to run any smooth combat thing. You know what I'm saying? You're a DM, you've done this before. You know D&D Beyond is the place to go. You can also check out our character sheets with an ! characters in Twitch chat below.
Check out our wonderful supporters Elderwood Academy, who make beautiful bespoke gaming-themed gear, including hex chest dice boxes, spellbook deck boxes disguised as bespoke ancient arcane tomes, and scroll and codex dice tower and rolling tray pairings. Make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
Welcome back. Everything is fine. Nothing has changed. Nothing hurts. Everything is grand. Let's get on with the game. So, we are currently
I blacked out for 3 days.
It happens.
Someone shaved off half my head.
And I lost a hand, but I got it back again. It's all good. Anyway, so.
Nothing changed with me. I care about continuity.
Are you in the same t-shirt?
Yep.
Didn't even notice.
I like that t-shirt because all I can see is angry Powerpuff Girl eyes.
I tried to remember what I was wearing, but I just couldn't.
I'd be in the same t-shirt, but it's starting
Welcome
to
to
feel
the
a bit
fashion
lifted.
show. So, we're in a corrupted wood. The party decided to basically send their 2 new centaur friends off. They're off in the woods somewhere. They decide. Alba made a tiny hut for a rest. Hemlock got a vision of a murder, as one does when one hangs out in the woods. Murta solved a large part of the plot by reading a book and remembering things.
That is my job here, Tom. I'm here to solve the plot.
Absolutely. And a woodwode turned up, basically having declared that the wood was being betrayed and asked for fighting. Treant is now about to smash that woodwode, and at the same time, a Warforged, who looks incredibly like a former Gatecrasher, but with a huge chunk taken out of their chest, has just wandered up. So,
is it like a comedy cartoon bite out of one side?
Sort of, yeah. Let's say there's a chunk missing and it's crushed around that area. I mean,
I think the hamster's dead, Sean.
I hate to break it to you. I know, this is, of all the tragedy that's happened in this episode.
That's some deep callback right there.
What hamster?
Exactly. The hamster's gone and is not to be discussed. Take it off the wiki, people. It's gone.
Okay, so I was running out of the dome to do something before combat kicked off. Can I still do that?
Yes.
Sweet. How far away is the Treant? How far away is the Warforged?
Okay, the Warforged is pretty much just standing by your hut to the left. No, they just wandered up and just stood there to watch what's happening. Treant went running, let's say about 60 feet, and then the Woodwode went running. Treant came out of the woods, so yeah, about 60 feet.
Ooh.
Does that change things?
No. I run 30 foot towards the Wode Treant combo, and I will activate my robe of scintillating colours. So I take my beautiful, ornate, gorgeous robe I've had on this entire time. Mm-hmm. I will basically run forward and do a flick with it and a twirl. And a dazzling rainbow hue will wash out from it. You lot are not affected because you're inside the thing, apart from Hemlock, who is further away. It's bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for additional 30 feet, so we're well lit now as well. Creatures that can see you have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. In addition, any creature in the bright light that can see you when the rose power is activated, hello, Treant, must be the Woodwode as well. Probably should have said something. Didn't. Must succeed on a DC 15 wisdom save or become stunned until the end of my next turn.
Okay, I will roll for the Treant.
Come on.
Gets a 17.
Silvery Bobs.
So, again, we get a... Well, that would have been a 32, but so 17.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
What was the saving throw?
15 to beat.
Wisdom. Same thing.
Wisdom. Okay. Yeah. You guys wanted a challenge. I went looking.
Tom, we haven't had a long rest. It's been 3 combats.
Get out of the woods. I kept offering.
Well,
this is literally the worst place to be.
Starting to suspect these woods are not as friendly as we might have
The
thought.
Treant is beautifully lit.
Cool. Do you want the tree? Do you want the Woodwode to roll as well?
I'd rather it didn't.
I think the Woodwode's got its back to you, so cool. Wasn't looking at you. That's fair. So yeah.
Well, I've done that now.
Hey, you just keep reminding me what it does. So it's disadvantage on attacks of you, right?
Correct.
Grand. Okay, Hunk rushes out of the hut and does a little shimmy, does a little shake. Beautiful bright colours in this wood where it's constantly day. You know, don't forget that it's still midday. So,
well, now it's also fabulous.
This is what we need. We need more fabulosity here in the deep, horrible woods. Mm-hmm. Right. With that done, I think it's time to roll initiative.
Come now.
Shout it out.
Oh, I'll take that.
3.
I'll take that. That's the opposite of what normally happens. It normally rolls from a 20 to a 2, but this time it was a 2 to a 20, so that's 25.
Nice.
Cool.
14 for me, Tom.
Amazing.
15 for me.
13. 15. Delightful. And with 25, Alba, kick us off.
There's a free action to anyone that's around. I'm going to dismiss the hut. Is that right?
Do you have to? We could just stay in here.
Hey, let's get ready to rumble.
It's tempting, but I can't let other people fight for me.
Fine. I've made a profession out of other people fighting for me.
Well, I'm happy to be one of those people. And I'm going to do a bit of prep. I'm tempted to leave it around before I go out, but let's not meta this. Mirror image, Blade song. Oh yeah, I could just stand in there being perfectly happy.
Would you? That would be lovely. I would appreciate it.
Just do it, Dave. It's smart.
Hey, if you want, then I can stay for a little bit till I get myself properly ready for combat. Heartburn, you can just use the door, mate. Yeah. Mirror image Blade song. That's my round.
I'm going to drop the hut, or I'm just going to dance.
Ding on me pipes.
Okay, so Alba, mirror image Blade songs. Okay.
There's lots of Albas dancing.
So you've already got like your distortion. No, it's that people can't. How many Albas are there now?
There's 4 Albas.
Yeah.
So you have to roll to see if you actually attack me or a mirror image, and then if you attack me, it's with disadvantage. And then, I've got other spells as well, Tom.
I know you do.
Singular sensation.
If I blink as well, then it's ethereal plane time. And that's not a concentration spell.
Hey, if you want to blink. Okay.
It'll be 3 rounds before I get fully buffed, but anyway, we'll see if combat is that one.
Bold of you to assume this isn't going to be over in 2. But,
we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. So now
challenge accepted.
Another 4-round combat. Off we go.
So now Alba's done his dance. The metallic form of what Bernard pointed at and said, "Hey, I know that guy," walks forward. It's walking towards the woodwode. Sort of walks. No, okay. So how much movement? 30 feet. I guess it's just walking up to be ready. Yes, to be next to Hunk, as the metallic head just turns to look at you.
Hello there.
Doesn't speak. Just looks at you. When you look into the eyes, there isn't sort of an LED kind of. It's just yellow again. Hey, hate to break it to you. Also, yellow mist just pouring out of the little chomp hole.
Cool. Okay. So it walks right up to me and doesn't attack me or anything.
Oh, I suppose it's got its movement. Okay. Looks at you. It's just like picks up its sword, tilts its head, and just bring. My thinking was that I was going to dash, and then I was like, I might as well just fight Hunk for a bit. Poor sweet.
Disadvantage. I am
fair enough.
Currently very flashy.
Does a 26 hit?
Well, yes.
Okay. We start with. Now, interesting, because you had the mantle up, didn't you, in the previous fight? The when you were against Cordelia, you had something that helped with necrotic.
Yeah,
Is that still up?
No, it's last a minute.
Okay, so you start with 6 points of slashing, and then we go to 17 points of necrotic as this bad blade, using technical terminology, just slices down into your shoulder. Ouchie.
Okay.
How far away am I actually from Hunk at the moment? Would you know?
How far away were you from the hut? You were nearest the hut, weren't you?
I don't know if I ever went. Did I? Yeah, I did go. I went inside and I was trying to bring that creature inside.
Yes.
And slam his head against the hut.
And it ran off. So you're right next to the hut. So you are about 30 feet away from Hunk, Gatecrasher, and then 60 feet away from Woodwode and Trient.
Right, okay. Doesn't matter then. Because I was I imagined I'd followed Hunk back out, but if I'm that far away, then I can't do what I was going to do.
I mean, I'm happy to say that maybe I could move you a bit closer. You would have, when you saw combat, Hunk went running, you also moved a little, maybe 15 feet, if that helps.
It doesn't help, so it doesn't matter.
I take away.
I have a clever trick, which would mean that Hunk couldn't take any damage at all, but I can't do it if I'm not next to him.
Oh, Paladin.
That's all right.
Second attack.
Sure.
Does a 24 hit? Yeah.
Yes.
That is 9 points slashing and 11 points necrotic.
Hold on, Hunk, I'm a-coming.
I'm gonna die.
Third attack does a...
What have you built, Tom?
26. Yeah. I have created an abomination that the gods themselves shall fear.
These all hit, yeah?
Yeah.
You've got us confused with
10.
gods, Tom.
Oh no,
we'd like to point out
I'm a rock god.
We'd like to point out the Gatecrashers are categorically not gods. It's on the contract. 10 points slashing, 18 points necrotic.
Okay.
Do you have to sign the contract to join?
Interesting. Stop trying to steal my relics.
I am not looking too hot.
No, I don't imagine you would be. It just again looks and sort of tilts its head and yellow mist. Okay.
That's ow.
Was that polite? No, that was not polite.
Still very much unflappable though. It's like an ow, ow. Yeah.
Next. Meanwhile, back in the hut, Cordelia, the unicorn, lying on her side. Her eyes are still open. This is the thing. She's not moving, but when I said she was unconscious, that isn't quite true. She's incapacitated, but she's still there. And the yellow still... So this is the thing. She can't move at the moment, but she's not unconscious. Don't get infected. That's what I'm going to say.
Am I infected?
Not officially, no. It's necrotic. They haven't done a thing.
Okay.
Hemlock, my sweet boy.
Let's get
my
rid of this
Manitou
thing.
lad, save the day.
Yeah, I want to get rid of this thing.
Yeah, please.
Rush to Hank's side, and I was going to do something. Let's bonus action compend duel. Let's see if I can drag this attention off Hunk so Hunk can do their stuff.
I can get out before the next round, don't worry.
Cool, that doesn't matter then.
Hey, if you want to fight a Warforged, it's pretty epic.
Cool, yeah, we'll compend duel either way, and then it shouldn't disappear. Well, if it works, I haven't got the best saving. So I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wonderful.
Don't worry, it's terrible at those.
Let's hope.
massive
modifier is better than your
bonus.
DC.
Yeah.
Nat 20 for 29.
No, it doesn't pass.
It doesn't.
Right, well, I raise you 1 smash in the face.
By all means.
That is a 24 to hit.
That would hit, but as you bring it up, it's because it's holding a sword, it just claps it up. That's a parry.
Oh, very clever. Some Battlemaster stuff. I'll try again.
By all means.
Nothing.
Just pushes your sword aside.
I may have not rolled a 1.
Oh, I think that's it's the beautiful thing. The sword is knocked out of your hand, but you just snatch it out of the air again, and it's like, yeah, Hemlock, yeah.
All right,
winning.
I got a proper scrap up.
Finally, after all this time, you've a worthy opponent.
It's not often Hemlock gets defended. It's just brute.
Yeah. We then go. That's you're done with your hits. Lovely. Murta.
Right, Tom.
Yes.
I'm gonna cast the spell Mislead.
By all means, tell me what it does and how to do it.
An illusory duplicate of me manifests exactly where I am. I become invisible, and I'm going to walk to the edge of the hut. The duplicate remains, and I can talk and move it as if I am it.
That's the most mercenary Murta thing I've ever heard.
That's it. I'm done.
So, like, faux Murta's like in the centre.
No one knows. I cast a spell, but no one knows what happened.
That's fair. So
also, no one can see inside the hut.
Well, the rest of the party you can see, but
Alba's still dancing, so we wouldn't register anyway.
Heartburn is just preparing. Cordelia is looking up with one dying eye. Yep, absolutely fine. So that's the thing. Is that a concentration spell? Or?
It is a concentration spell, but they'd have to find me to break the spell, not the duplicate.
That makes perfect sense. And so if they hit the duplicate, what happens?
Well, it's an illusion. It would just pass through. But the duplicate is going to stand there looking very aggressive, or Murta's idea of aggressive. So, I guess, holding the ends of the scarves and taking them. She doesn't get out much.
Scaring away like birds, shoo.
But a massive suit of armor doing it, Tom.
I mean, I don't want to take away the coolness of this moment. Absolutely. Just an old woman is flapping her scarf.
I will just walk to the edge of the hut that is the furthest away from all the things that are actually happening, please.
By all means. So that would be bottom edge, closer to the way that people that this Warforged came. You're just out of the way.
Good. That's it. I'm done.
Heartburn.
Oh. I'm very much a one-trick pony. Mm-hmm. And is just going to kind of look at Alba and Murta, just, right, one way or another, I'll see you on the other side. And
good luck.
The duplicate says, good luck.
I'm going to run out. Obviously, I'm not using a dash action. I'm just, moving at my pace, but running. And as I'm running, Bernard kind of strums his guitar, and I'm going to cast Mirror Image as well. So the kind of sound waves of the rock chord just kind of reverberate out, and then Bernard's got 3 duplicates as well now. And then, as I get up to me old mate, I would like to rage.
As the guitar chord plays, rage away, my friend, rage away.
Awesome. However, because obviously I've spent my action to cast Mirror Image, I can't actually do anything once I get there. I am just angry about it.
When you rage, do you smash the guitar up?
And from nowhere, a roadie runs in, gives you a second guitar. I'm thinking a lot of this like a Mortal Kombat or something. It's where did that guy come from? Not important. Runs in, has a guitar. Let's hope the toasty guy does turn up. Okay. So you moved your 30 feet, so you're standing next to Gatecrasher and Hunk and Heimlich. Interesting. Grand.
Hemlock, not Heimlich.
Where's no. Where is Heimlich?
Rewriting the opera.
Waterdeep, thank God.
Heimlich's like, I don't know what's happening. I think people are blaming me for something else. Okay.
Time for the 5th grand opening.
One day we will get it. D-Day! Okay, meanwhile, in the woods, something else happens. Okay, now we're back. Now we're back to the...
Does anyone else feel like Tom is punishing us?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You've sent my boy away. You sent my actual son away.
Being attacked by plot hooks.
Wait, who was your actual son? What is happening?
I played. When he dies, we'll talk about it in the talk together.
We left Wilby behind.
Not Wilby.
The 2 centaur.
Right.
It was very tedious, Tom. I'm sorry.
Look, he likes hanging out in the woods and singing. It's
Told him the best thing to do is to,
Overthrow your brother?
No.
Alba doesn't do puppets.
Best thing to do is not to be around the protagonists of the story because that's where the danger is.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Abdicate. Go live in the woods. Nice and easy.
Alternatively, you go and decide to talk to the person who you think is going to fix things who you tried to talk to before, which is the worst place to go. He's fine. He's not fine. Speaking of, Treant, what you going to do? You're going to hit the wood. That's not very nice. What do you start with?
Used my reaction. Can't do shit.
You did use your reaction.
It's only a wood.
I know, I'm
Could
just
use
sad.
mine, but I'm stuck in this hut, so what can you do?
You
I just have to live here.
What can you do?
You can leave the damn hut. That's a right choice.
In a
Dave.
tiny hut with you.
Trapped in a hut of my own making.
I'm trapped in a big hut.
So trapped in a hut and I can't get out of it.
So 18 to hit. I'm going to just hit it. Cool. So the treant just thumps down into the woodwode, who's like,
Is it still alive?
yeah.
Cool.
Revivify!
Yeah, it's not healthy, but it's alive. Cool. I realised that I put the wrong number in there, almost killed it. You're fine, my son, you're fine. Elsewhere in the woods. Right. I promised this to the party, and it's coming. What are you going to do when a bunch of feral hogs come charging out of the woods?
Stand inside the safe huts with an illusory duplicate whilst invisible and feel confident that my decisions were the right ones.
I have to bring the assault weapons out, Tom.
I'm just jamming out to the latest heartburn hit. Bad trees. What you gonna do?
Bad balls, what you gonna do when they come for you? Okay, fun. I'm just gonna speed this up. That one hit.
It's war pigs, surely.
War pigs.
Black Sabbath? Okay.
Yep.
If they start casting Misty Step, they're war pigs.
The boars, all three of them, just come sort of charging out of the woods and sort of just are standing there, kind of looking. They're not attacking yet. Again, yellow, misty eyes. They're just.
Who are they not attacking yet? Who are they
Ominous boars.
Who are they not attacking? Who? There's choices are being made. That's just.
So the boars charge out of the woods and are now having a planning meeting.
No, the voice in their head sort of having an argument.
So the boars charge out the woods and go, hang on, what? Oh no, don't know what to do.
The boars do. The bear, which now comes, doesn't.
Oh, I see.
Just.
Uh,
Why did you have to taunt him? He's already in a mood. Leave him alone.
Because, I literally poked the bear.
Yeah. As a bear just leaps onto the poor woodwode.
Oh no!
Yeah, they don't.
You really don't like this woodward.
I feel very sad for the
He's
poor
a
Woodward.
traitor.
We should
And
just
he's been
all have
treated-
stayed in the hut, let the Woodward die, which it's going to do anyway, and then carried on with our lives once we'd had a long rest.
I mean, first attack doesn't hit the Woodward. Second attack doesn't hit the Woodward.
Lol, it's a shit bear.
Third is a natural 20.
Oh.
So, and it is grappled. So for 12 points of damage.
Is it still alive?
Yes, I will tell you when the boy dies.
Okay.
Yeah. And wow, he's actually dead. Hunk.
Wait, the Woodward is dead?
No, other character is dead.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Always satisfying when characters die off screen.
Yeah, when you send them away. Korvax is dead. Sorry to
chose to
break
go.
it to you.
Wait, which one's Korvax?
That was the
Is
cousin.
that the traitor one?
Korvac's the one who was definitely going to betray Antimarchus and,
Right,
and
okay.
take it. Yeah. I think we're okay with that.
I mean, I'm not torn up about it.
Antimachus killed him. So.
Well, you know,
Possibly.
no.
He's such a soft boy, though.
He is a soft boy. He's a soft musical boy. Yeah.
Okay. Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
I'm going to cast Aura of Life,
Fair dues.
which now washes over sort of less rainbow, more sunny light over me, Bernard, and Hemlock, because we're all there. That is my action.
Cool. So what's that do in game? Is it just nice? Is it just nice lights?
No. Until the spell ends, the aura moves with you centered on you. Each non-hostile creature in the aura, including you, has resistance to necrotic damage, and its hit point max can't be reduced. In addition, a non-hostile living creature regains 1 hit point when it starts its turn in the aura with 0 hit points. I would like to move. It's a 30-foot radius, which means... Actually, no, I don't have to move. Which means it affects all of us and affects the Woodward as well, because it's 30 feet away. So if it dies, it comes back with 1 hit point. Again, and again, and again.
Just let me die.
Don't taunt him, Chris. He's on the edge.
Comes back slightly traumatized. I can see the light. No, I'm back. Ah!
Yeah.
Oh no, we
No,
ruined
I was
his
going
plans.
to point out the fact that Cordelia, even though you knocked her out, isn't unconscious. That's not two sides of one coin here. You've inadvertently hit
Non-hostile. Non-hostile.
on No, I'm saying there's the fact that she can't be unconscious. Hate to break that to you, but
It only affects non-hostile creatures. It's not everyone.
I'm saying that her curse doesn't let you be unconscious, which is very similar to this. It's two sides of one coin.
She must be very good at faking it.
She can't move. It's pain. It's pain. This poor thing. Anyway, anything else on your turn, Hunk?
Yes, I will also give, because he looks like he needs it, Hemlock a bardic inspiration and a mote of inspirative mote is now floating around Hemlock. So depending on what you use it for, cool shit happens.
Some cool shit is floating around you, Hemlock.
It's like a musical note. It's like a little musical note. Whichever one you think would most exemplify Hemlock, or like a
little crotchet.
little crotchet.
Little crotchet.
Suggestion for Pictia. Crochet crotchet. Crochet.
Is it minimal impact?
Nice.
Welcome to the BuzzFeed quiz. What musical note are you?
Now, I don't think it makes
Are we all
sense for me
quavering?
to...
Sorry.
I don't think it makes sense for me to retreat at this point, so I'm going to stay there. And that is the end of my turn.
Cool. Woodward. Scared.
Come join us, friend. We're better together.
I mean, would like to run towards you.
Oh, it's
but
grappled.
There is grappled, unfortunately. That's
Never
also-
mind. That was callous.
No, I think we'll try and do a strength. Also, if Woodward ran towards you, would be running towards Gatecrasher. So
Strength in numbers.
oh, actually, does manage to break the grapple. So
Yeah.
wiggly woos their way out. as you just hear in Sylvan, was like, I am not happy. This is not what I was expecting.
Oh no.
Can no longer. Is tongue's concentration?
Yeah, I think so.
But no, it isn't. I can still understand him. Sorry about that, friend.
It's not your fault.
We're just trying to help everyone out here.
Me too. Okay, back top of the round. Alba.
Super quick turn. I cast Blink as my action. I'll be there in a minute. As a bonus action, from what I can see, there's no limit on the range that this has for the help action.
Are you dropping the hurt?
No, but it's not spell.
You'd have to help some. Oh, interesting.
You help at range, but people have to be able to see you, surely.
Or hit you.
Just the memory of me.
That can't be right.
Look, rules is writ.
Surely you can shout like a little bit to the left.
Yeah. I believe in you,
Warforged goes, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
And just takes a hand off.
You can use this trait to take the help action as a bonus action 4 times per long rest. Choose which of the following actions when taking the help action with this trait. It's not a spell. It doesn't say anything that means I can't do it. It's your call. But
who do you want to help?
Well, I think it would make narrative sense to help Hemlock with spite, which means until the start.
No, I'm doing things with spite.
The spite is applied to our enemies until the start of your next turn, presumably mine. The first time the creature you help hits a target with an attack, that target has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes within the next minute, and that seems to fit the Guardian narrative. So that's what I would like to do, Tom.
Sure.
I'm just like vibrating with all of these buffs right now.
Take it by the knees!
It does have lovely knees. Okay.
That's my turn. Let me just roll for this.
It doesn't have a range.
I'm in the ethereal plane.
Oh, does that mean the hut drops because
No.
you're gone?
I haven't left it because it still exists in that plane.
Okay, no. Firearm being pulled, no. You are not on the plane. This is a planar travel adventure. I say no, Syrah.
Fine, I will go and in that event, I will go and wander over behind the tree and just stand there.
60 feet away.
I can move 40 feet then. So I can move 40 feet towards it.
And just stand. You're standing by some boars.
I can only see 60 feet in the ethereal plane, so I'm like, oh.
The duplicate of Murta Tuts looks up at where the hut was. Unbelievable.
Just can't get the staff nowadays, can you? Selene would never done that to me. Okay.
No, because Lenny would have killed you.
In fairness, it doesn't say extra planar tiny hut. That's a 4th level spell.
Wow.
If you get there, what a story to tell your troops. I mean, like, they just went to the Imperial plane, everyone died. Okay, with that done, Gatecrasher. I think we get interesting. I'm going to roll this because there's 3 of you now standing around. I'm going to roll.
Oh, look at me.
You're 30 feet away. You'll be like, sorry, folks. Da, 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 run all the way back to you.
How far away are you from your illusion?
Well, I went right to the edge of the hut.
How big's a hut?
Not big, 15 feet.
10-foot radius, I think.
Something like that.
No, not worth it. Would be mean, but not worth it. Okay.
Gonna walk away. 3 attacks opportunity.
Yeah. Clink, clunk, clink, clunk. Okay. We start first attack that doing so.
Who's it going?
Hunk 1, 2, Hemlock 3, 4, Bernard 5, 6. We start with a 6. Bernard. A longsword comes down at your noodle.
Cool. I'm going to roll the d20 to determine me or a duplicate.
Mm-hmm. I don't think
is...
Go on. It would 15 to hit.
So it hits one of my
duplicates.
Mm-hmm.
And their AC is not high.
No.
So a 15 will hit, so one of the duplicates
just poofs out.
Yeah, pulls a Gene Simmons. Like,
they lived the way they wanted to go this way. Okay, second attack. 1. Hunk.
Leave Hunk alone.
No.
Hunk didn't do anything to you, Tom.
Hunk smells of travel. Hunk smells of magic.
Flowers and gorgeous perfume.
I really wasn't sure where you were going with
That's
that.
just oh dear.
He doesn't wear perfume. It's all very natural scent.
Yeah.
Minotaur musk.
Does a 20 hit?
Well, of course it does. Mike, you going to do something or should I do something?
I can do it, and then you can save yours for in case of something meaner.
Okay.
Cool. Whatever the damage is, just let me know.
Okay.
You just take it.
It's as easy as that, but I've got hundreds of hit points to
Good, because
spare.
I've got 20. You're also resistant to necrotic.
He's got enough health to take it.
So, slashing damage 15 and necrotic damage 21. So
10.
half, right? Because of resistance. Yeah. So 10.
25 to you, Mike. How does that work?
Actually, that's the thing. Yeah, Hemlock. How does this work? As I was sort of like lifting up my arm, I was like, no, Hemlock, you tell me.
See, with the way my mind works with a lot of these things, I always try to find like a physical connection. So I almost just like the idea that he just steps in front. But the way it's worded, it's divine intervention almost, being like, no.
No.
You divinely step in front.
Yeah, after you take damage, but yeah, I like to just think that it's just he just steps in front of Hunk and takes the hit.
That's absolutely fine. Keysmith has not been a active deity. You just maybe there's a sort of like a little bit of a shove. It's like there you go, as the longsword just crashes down into you, and you say, "Oh my goodness, what a world! What a terrible."
Grunts slightly, and then sort of pulls away, gives Hunk a wink, and then goes back to sort of like standing strong.
Well, Hunk definitely blushes slightly.
Very nice.
Third attack is a 3, so that is Hemlock, correct?
Me?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
And a 27 to hit.
That does hit.
Cool. We start with a lovely 13 of slashing, and then we go to 16 necrotic, so half that is 8.
Groovy.
And
awesome.
That is the poor corrupted. Okay.
Don't make us feel sorry for it. We don't feel sorry for it.
Sorry for them.
Yes, we won't.
No, don't feel sorry for it now. Feel sorry for what it was before. You know.
I feel sorry for Bernard. That's what I feel sorry for.
I also feel sorry for Bernard.
I'm still gonna punch him.
By all means. You don't know. Maybe there's a pork sandwich inside. You know?
Get that pork sandwich.
Katie always did carry snacks, so couldn't eat them themselves. But there we go.
So a hamster and a ham sandwich.
Well, yeah. All
Many things to do with ham.
Hamburgers.
Doesn't have any ham in it though. Hamburgers.
No, it's true.
With Hamlet.
If the chat could just keep the list going. 10 more things. Okay, Cordelia.
Hamlet cigars.
That's a callback. I haven't seen those
Court
in
Palace.
Cordelia, incapacitated. Hemlock. My boy.
Kill him.
Kill him.
Yeah, let's just absolutely give it a thwack, shall we? But first, I will pop up a Shield of Faith for myself.
Smart.
Nice.
Just now we're in it. Now we're in the scrap. And then let's start going to work.
Do it. Do it.
I don't think my help action gives you advantage. I think it's limited to the one thing.
I rolled a 3. Rolled a 3, so I've got 15 on the dice. Let's add the D6.
Inspiration. Okay. It depends if it hits or not.
That makes it a 18 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Hang on.
Do I have
Hang on.
Oh, your fancy things.
Yeah. If succeed on it. The target of each of your choice you can see within 5 feet of it. Nope, it doesn't matter if it hits or not. Right, so as you strike out and miss, it still clangs off. And con saving throw, please, Tom.
No problem. 23.
Cool, nothing happens.
Cool.
And... Oh, am I going to silvery barbs this attack roll? We start hitting this motherfucker.
You can't silvery barbs an attack roll.
No, no.
You have to use the lower dice. Yeah. It's not
shame.
Advantage, it's disadvantage.
Oh, so we managed to somehow get an 18 out of a 3 on the dice. So
Your next roll is a 13, Mike. It's all I've got, but...
No, it's all right. I mean, can you do it after finding out the...
Nope.
Ah, okay.
Like it or lump it, brother.
I mean, 13 makes it 25 to hit, so...
Oh,
smash.
With a weapon, though. That's a parry.
Oh, you're annoying.
I am annoying.
I've not hit you once yet.
Nope. But parry being used, so...
So Bernard can go to town.
Reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bernard, you ruin it. Tom's not playing fair anymore.
Oh,
you punched my shark.
I did.
Do it again.
Okay, well...
Love that was genuinely a boohoo. You punched my shark.
That is a sentence you get on this show. I think that's everything.
Cool. All your attacks. Nice. Cool. Next up, Murta.
They're doing fine. I'm gonna walk up to be infused with my duplicates. That's 10 feet of my movement. I'm gonna throw a card 30 feet in front of me. What's that? Oh, it's a beholder. An illusion of a beholder between my duplicate, me, and all of them. It looks really real and terrifying, Tom. Terrifying beholder just appeared in combat. And then I'm just gonna walk away a little bit.
Fair.
Well, back my whole 20 feet, and then I'm done.
So you walk up to your illusion, throw the card, beholder, and then you walk back again.
Yeah.
Still invisible.
Yep.
So there was a tree that Hemlock was sitting under earlier. If you just want to go and sit under a tree for a bit out of the way, that's fine. No one knows you're there.
I'm not sitting. I'm just not being in direct combat range with everyone.
That's fair. I was just trying to offer you a place to sit.
If we all die, who's going to tell the story, Tom? Who will tell the story if everyone dies?
Hemlock. It's going to be real simple.
I found some people.
What story?
Yeah.
If anyone can hear into the ethereal plane, there's a fuck me. The beholder appears.
Do we all think it's real too?
Yep.
Yeah, of course you do.
Great.
Okay. Again, like, Gatecrasher doesn't have eyes, but like the smokes of and that kind of, again, the head tilted, just going, yeah, of course this is happening. Bernard.
Hey.
Yes.
Okay. Right. I'm already raging, so I am going to try and hit my friend. I am trying not to kill.
Fair.
I think.
Do you want to make some kind of check?
Yeah, because I feel like Bernard would be on the fence. Like he could potentially try and just get him revivified.
Yeah.
Son's curse. All right. What would you suggest?
As you look into the eyes of your your bandmate, insight maybe.
Are we all still telepathically bonded, Tom? I did that today. And we haven't rested.
Only
So.
lasts an hour.
What? It doesn't. It lasts for 8 hours.
No, I checked it today earlier when it lasts an hour.
No.
Yep.
Well, that was an 18.
Yeah, you get a feeling.
No, it does only last for an hour. That's not as good as it. Have they
You can
changed
retrocast
that?
every hour.
Ah, it's such a waste of time.
Such a faff. You get the feeling that whatever Gatey was, he's not anymore. This is a shell. This is, again, with the sort of having spent time with Gatey, you also work out that where the chomp has occurred was where a gem was stored, which was his soul. Although you do notice, and I'm sort of like, I'm going to give you this because that was quite a whole roll. The hatch, like Myrta has a hatch where she keeps her sort of.
I don't. I have no hatch.
Okay, Myrta, where you put?
Nobody knows about the hatch.
Don't know about the hatch.
Okay.
We
Myrta,
don't talk about the hatch.
players. Myrta has a hatch.
Myrta has no hatch. There is no hatch.
Lies and slander.
We don't know where all the things come from. we can only make assumptions.
Where Gatey had a hatch.
Gatey had a hatch. I'm pointing
Where he
out.
kept his hamster.
Yes, and that hatch is slightly ajar.
There's a hamster
in there as
corpse.
well.
There's a hamster corpse lolling out of it.
There's a jar. What? There's a jar in there? They stole my trick.
You don't know, Myrta, what's happening, but you feel incensed.
I do feel incensed.
Copyright. Yeah. So roundabout way, Bernard. Yes, this is not your friend. This is a zombie almost.
You can tell by the gerbil stuck in a jar hanging out of the hatch in its chest, apparently.
I have never said that's happening. I yes and too much in this game. The gerbil is fine and is in Busy Bees free. Be harder.
I'm kind of expecting that the gerbil was actually running the whole thing at all. Like Gatey was powered by a gerbil in a wheel.
I mean, that's not what's happening, but
Not to rush people, but I have at least another round of buffing to go.
I'm sorry, David. As I'll goof 'em up.
Okay, let's go back on track.
Smash 'em.
Seeing this, I see that Gatey cannot be saved in the current form. So I'm just gonna look Gatey in the eye and just go, "Sorry, pal. Thank you for the music." I'm gonna punch him with my rapier.
Do it.
Recklessly, so with advantage. First hit was a 21. First try was a 21.
That hits.
Oh, with advantage, it was a natural 20 for 31.
Hooray.
Love it.
Boom, boom, boom.
And I get extra things because I'm using a rapier of light stealing.
Wow.
It's
our heroes, everyone. They're stealing souls.
So my damage.
No one here has stolen any souls.
That you know of.
So I've got my extra D6 for being a zealot. I've got. I'm going to pump in a defensive flourish. So that's 3d8s and my sneak attack. So that's 3d8s and 2d6. First d6 of which is going to be my the radiant from the zealot. So that's 4 points. I rolled ones on all of my d8s.
Oh gosh.
Ooh.
Very upset. Oh well. Okay. So that was a crit 9 plus my 9 damage, so 18 plus another 1 for the zealot thing. So that's 19 in total, of which 4 was radiant, and I get a +1, I think, to my AC. Well,
what does the rapier of life stealing give you?
An extra 10. Thank you very much.
Does the enemy lose that, or do you just gain it?
An extra 10 necrotic damage, and I gain 10 temporary hit points.
It's immune to necrotic.
Boo.
Well,
Arguably, you'd still gain the 10 temps. Arguably.
you're cool.
Am I in a nice mood? Yeah, go on. You know, you're sort of like... It's a weird thing. It's like you stole life force from, like, deadly gas. You know, just... How?
Accidentally killed a bee on the way through.
No, you just stole deadly gas.
Yeah.
That's in you now.
Deadly Gas was the name of your 4th album. It's a bit gauche, but people like it. Cool.
That was attack number 1. Attack number 2 is either going to be 28 or it's going to be 25. So 28.
That hits.
Right. And I'm going to pump another defensive flourish in.
They supersede each other. They don't stack.
That's fine. I can't do any worse than a 1. And I only get the 1d6. I get better than my crit. 14 plus 9 is
23.
23.
14 plus 9, 23.
Yeah, 23. And my defensive flourish is the 8. So
31.
Very nice.
Oh, no. It's still the 23. The 8, I'm just saying, is for my defensive flourish. So I add that number to my AC.
Wow, nice.
I've got a bonus action.
Still?
Yeah, I raged on my last turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to... I don't want to leave them just standing there.
You can't offhand strike with your 2-weapon fighting because you've got a shield.
Yeah. I was looking at cunning action, but I don't want to leave you there, so I will.
You could hide.
Can I hide behind Hemlock?
Can't see me.
Minotaur shield.
My goodness, I wonder where he's gone as smoke just slowly lifts up.
And Hemlock is genuinely like, where'd he go?
I'm also, oh no, I lost one. Oh no.
He had one job.
Okay, so use your bonus to hide.
Eyebrows just slightly singeing your tail hairs.
I mean, technically, this is very dull, but blah.
You all hear a very booming, "No! Don't do that! That's not nice!" And you think, all right, it's
the cloud's back.
The cloud.
Yay!
Cloud's back. Hello,
Save the day.
friends. What's occurring?
Little help, dangerous treants, and this Warforged.
Save
very
the
angry.
Woodwode.
Okay.
This might have been a mistake. For like the 5 seconds that we had. And went, you know what? This is going to backfire.
Out of...
Just to remind everyone, there's still a beholder there. It looks real.
I haven't turned around.
I've seen you make...
When we do...
No, you've not used it before.
I've never used it before.
Okay.
I'm kind of focused on the Woodwode right now, just saying. For no reason
Try
apart
to do
from...
a nice thing.
Murder, why is no one ever appreciative of what you do?
Why does no one ever appreciate me?
As startlingly, there is a loud crash.
Oh, it's
and
going to
lightning.
destroy my bloody beholder, isn't it?
No, I did roll for that because you didn't mention the beholder as a problem. As lightning just barrels down from the sky and strikes the treant with lightning for 40. Poor little treant. Well, big treant. I love all my sons. Okay, just adding that in. Oh, God, maybe I gave you too much HP. Oh, they're going to die. Anyway.
Alba is mildly annoyed that Cloud Giant is taking his thunder.
Oh, I see what you did there. Nice.
Very, very nice.
Is that everyone, or should I go help the centaur?
No, keep getting the... Actually, what happened to the centaur? Is something wrong with the centaur?
He's getting the blood drawn out of his face.
Oh, shit. Go deal with that.
Okay.
Why would anyone want the blood out of his face? You hear from behind you.
Because the blood from his arm is just so passé.
Why wouldn't you want to? Oh my God, there's a beholder!
What are you doing here?
Oh, it's so terrifying, says the duplicate. Someone save me!
Oh no, but I've just been kidnapped by a beholder. Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm not helping with this combat at all, but I'm having a fantastic time.
Again, this is what we love.
I hope you didn't stab me in, Tom.
Has Alba vanished? What's happened?
I will genuinely roll if I attack the beholder because I don't want to meta.
Brilliant.
That's fair.
But if it's more than 60 feet away, I won't see it anyway.
As just
It's an illusion, and the ethereal plane doesn't exist.
Relatively calm
That's true.
erupts into panic as a beholder is now here.
That's true. I don't see it in the ethereal plane.
Yeah,
I
it's
see
not really
everything
there.
else. Yeah. I can make that assumption. Yeah.
You hear me shout, "Oh God, it's a beholder!"
Oh, and Myrta's somewhere
Where?
entirely different to where you think she is.
Yeah, well, fine.
Just normal. We expect it from Myrta.
I did not know Murta was a ventriloquist.
Okay, so
Look, after walking around a metal body for this long, you've got to learn some tricks.
Echo.
next up we have the. Actually, no, hold on. Let me just. Nat 20
On what?
on a persuasion roll. Huh. Okay. So we go to the treant. There's a woodwode who's just there going. Ah!
There's a beholder.
The woodwode broke free of the bear and ran away. So is it running towards us?
Did you? So yes, actually, because it would have used its movement.
With a tax opportunity if it had moved as well, Tom, technically.
It hasn't moved yet. Then it broke free.
Stood there going. Ah!
Kind of. Treant, go on. Just
No.
finish the boy.
No.
What do you mean no?
No.
Yes.
No.
Crushing.
No.
Crushing sadness.
No.
25 to hit. God. Okay. Poor little Treant. You had such dreams. Well, I'm sad for the Treant. I can be sad for so many people. Okay. So first of all, it brings its two massive fists down on the woodwode for 23 points. The woodwode is still standing, but barely.
It's all right. Well, anyway, at the start of my turn, it'll get 1 hit point.
That's very true.
Please end the torture.
Someone killed a damn treant. Carry on with our long rest.
Get rid of this robot. Kill the treant. Let whatever's happening over there sort itself out. Okay. Speaking of, God, blood comes out of his face. Okay, that's not good. That's not good at all. It's always fun to have battle going on off screen, right?
Hopefully not more exciting than the one we're in. Don't be hasty, Treebeard.
How much damage does she... Oh, God. 5d6 necrotic. Oof.
Sounds riveting, this combat.
Yeah, no, I know it is. Well, you just hear them go, oh no, more blood out of his face. And you just a very quiet scream.
Why his face? What is happening?
Where else would you get blood from?
A stone.
Exactly.
The heart?
That's a good idea. I should do that next. Okay, but he's not. He's okay. He's
YA order.
I don't know what's going on.
Fair enough. What you do know is that the boars, these infamous boars, considering he got a nat 20, just sort of stop. The yellowness of the eyes sort of fades away, and then sort of look around, and then nod, turn, run back the way that the cloud's going.
It's not going to stop Bernard.
Bernard, if you want,
I fancy me some roast.
if you want to kill one of these boars later, I give you permission. You need food.
We'll be no later. We're never finishing this damn combat.
Yes, we are. One more round and I'm in the game.
We've got 15 minutes. We'll speed run. The bear, the infamous bear that lives in this forest also leaves. Korvax is dead. Because
just give us an arbitrary 1 minute limit on our rounds and we'll get there, Tom.
Why is the bear leaving? What's it leaving to do?
It's going to help.
Picnics and shit.
Oh, I thought it was nap time.
It's also sleepy bedtime.
Why is the bear on our side now? I don't want to know.
I can tell you.
Bobo, let's go get some picnic baskets.
They could just go do that. Hunk, it's your turn.
I'm so confused. Hunk is so confused too. It works as a
confusing things have been happening off screen.
And on screen, there's a beholder.
Can everyone just take a moment to appreciate the beholder? I don't think we've appreciated the beholder enough.
There's a beholder right there.
Thank you.
I've found a way to pass all of Tom's combats. We just draw it out long enough that he gets fed up and ends it.
The NPCs get bored and leave.
Okay, fine. I will use an action to make an emboldening bond between Murta, who is not there.
No.
So I assume this won't affect Murta.
Mm-hmm.
Bernard.
Thank you.
What?
Thank you.
Wait, it won't affect you?
Yes, I know. I said thank
you.
you.
The thought that counts.
Still appreciative.
Bernard, Hemlock, and I can't see Albus, so the Woodwode.
Technically, you can't see me either, so...
No, it doesn't affect you because I'm trying to affect you and I hit your illusion, which means I know it's an illusion of you. You're not there because I tried to affect you and nothing happened, which will give me pause about the beholder.
The bear had.
So Bernard, Hemlock, me, and the Woodwode all have an emboldening bond. We can all add 1d4 once per turn to any attack, roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Very nice.
Yep.
Very nice.
Good. It seems a waste, but I will do it. No, it's an action. Fuck! It was a bonus action. I apologize.
I did not know it was a bonus action to do that.
I will stay where I am, and I will inspire Hemlock.
Yes, if it works this time.
Hey, I've got faith in you, Hemlock.
Me too. That's why I'm inspiring you.
Yeah. Is that your turn? Anymore?
Yeah, I can't. I thought I could do a thing, and I can't do a thing. So I'll stay there.
Next time, Woodwode. Woodwode, disengage. Woodwode,
join us, mate.
Run.
That's not my accent. Join us, friend.
I don't know why he's probably he's 6 foot tall, but he's still like.
Oh, is he 6 foot tall? I assumed he was really.
Yeah, same. And then I looked up, and they're like, "Yeah, 6 foot tall people." I'm like, I was imagining
a Woodwode is Groot.
I was imagining baby. Yeah, I was imagining baby Groot, and then it's actually full Groot. Yeah.
What's happened since the first half?
It just shrunk down. Yes. I basically sort of trying to stay away from Gatecrasher, but has come nearby and sort of got himself ready for a fight. Meanwhile, the tree ends like, Alba, 3 turns.
I can't believe it's taken this long for 2 rounds of combat.
Of course you can. It's D&D at level 11.
All I'm saying is that this is going to be my final round of buffing. If there isn't another round after this, I'm quitting and never playing again.
Fair enough.
And I'm only 70%.
Shall we all just disengage and leave?
70% joking. No, it's fine. I'm not really annoyed.
Why do you need all the buffs?
I just
Why not? Yeah.
Because we're going to have a long rest probably, so we might as well. There's a secret spell known only to the highest of the echelons of the Order of the Arcani, and Alba begins to cast it.
You had to really think to get the name Alba out there, didn't you?
I really did. As he pops out of the ethereal plane 10 feet closer to the Treant, the spell pops off. His muscles start to grow, his armor straining against his physique, as fire and rage blaze in his eyes, and I cast Tensor's Transformation.
Oh shit.
Do it.
For those watching who want to know what that does, I gain 50 temporary hit points until the end of the spell. I have advantage on attack rolls. When I hit a target, it takes an extra 2d12 force damage. It's irrelevant, but I have proficiency with armor, shields, simple weapons, and martial weapons. I have proficiency in strength and constitution saving throws, which means my con save is now plus 12. You can attack twice instead of once, but I already have extra attack, so that's irrelevant. But that's what that does. And bonus action. Sure. Let's help Hemlock again and see if the spite lands this time. And then I stay in this plane, so I'm just staring down Treeface.
You've still got movement. Go and toe to toe the Treant.
Oh yeah. I'll use my movement to bust up in his.
Let's leave that one with you, shall we?
You're gonna fight a tree.
Bloody grill.
Okay.
Oh, I can't cast spells now, Tom, so I don't have shield.
It's true. There's a transformation. You can't cast spells.
Gatecrasher. Gatecrasher reaches inside, not into the hatch that no one knows about, but into another section. There is an orb of just yellow mist, which it just holds in its massive hands and then crushes. So, everything within a 20-foot radius. Could you make me a dexterity saving throw?
Oh, I'm not very good at them.
No.
Do something else.
Oh, I think I have a saving throw thing now.
You've got an inspiration dice.
I do.
And a d4 for the emboldening bond.
Ooh.
Is it an effect that I can see, Tom?
You can see that this thing is going to explode on you, yes.
Cool. I have advantage on effects that I can see while not blinded, deafened, or incapacitated. And do we also have this emboldening bond?
You do?
D4, yeah?
You do?
Mm-hmm.
That was a natural 20.
Ooh.
And max on the D4 as well, so that's 25.
I rolled a 15 plus a 4 on the D4, so a 19.
Nice. A 19, you say?
19, when I have a dex modifier of 0.
Woo-hoo. Okay. Hemlock, did you?
I think we got there in the end. The dexterity saving throw was 4, so 9. And then I rolled a 4 on the D4 and a 6 on the inspiration. So we got there in the end. Just desperately sucking stuff like.
Okay.
You're just kind of Matrix, but your armor kind of locks in place so that you stay standing.
This is just crawling through everything at the moment.
Oh, sweet.
Just leap forward and cover
And
your
then
head
you
and hit the deck.
Can't get back up again because you're locked like backwards. It's gonna be real awkward.
So I think that is that a dirty 20 in the end, or a 19, one of the two.
It's a very dirty 19 is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you all beat an 18 dex, correct?
Yeah, just.
Yeah. So,
Some doing it the hard way.
I feel like I won something, but I don't know what.
Your life.
there is just fire. Actually, this might be good for for Bernard, as fire and necrotic energy just explode out from Gatey. Because you passed, you take 18 points of fire damage and you take 17 points of necrotic.
The necrotic is halved.
Necrotic is halved, yes.
Fire is halved for me.
Yes.
Sorry, say that again, please.
So, because you've all passed, you take 18 fire, halved for Bernard, and 17 necrotic.
Half for everyone.
Halved for everyone, yeah.
Which is 8. Cool. I am down.
But you're our healer.
I know.
Yep.
That's not good.
That was a lot of damage. That was very rude.
It was.
Don't tell me that you're down as well, because you're our backup healer.
No, I'm fine.
I think I'm the backup healer. I'll just have to drop out my rage to do it.
We've got
I
a
can
level
solve.
12 paladin. Everyone can literally touch me and go, here's 400 hit points. Off with our day.
You took my plan out of my mouth. I was just going to be like, boop, boop. Let's try this again.
So that was Gatey's attack. Gatey has also taken the damage.
Have we killed any of them yet, or are they all still up?
No, everyone's still up.
I don't think we've even actually hit anything yet.
No,
Gatey's
well,
taking damage.
Gatey's taken no damage from Gatey. Okay.
The important thing is that we're present.
Yes, you are helping. I know that sounds sarcastic, but you are helping. Cordelia.
To some extent, the PCs are relevant.
Absolutely. I'll say if Gatecrasher was over that side of the woods, things would be a lot worse.
If he was over there, then Antimarchus, who we don't really know that well, would also be dead.
No, but yeah. Antimarchus, who I will say is, I'll just tell you, is currently in an argument with the god of these woods. To basically say stop. Antimarchus, who has a relationship. And
Nice
it's like,
that
hey,
he did that
off.
without us.
You sent him away. You told him to leave.
I did tell him to leave.
We made a wise choice to have the plot happen somewhere else.
Yes, we did this. While blood is being pulled from his face.
It's just everyone's got to have a day.
Yeah. Well, that's the point. Cordelia stands up, having had the curse now broken on her. She does, in fact, now pass out. She is gone.
I'm afraid I'm no longer up, so she doesn't return with 1 hit point. My aura of life is out.
She is unconscious. Hemlock.
I always forget that Lay on Hands takes up your entire action.
It does.
Do we want? Yeah, you can have. How much do you want? 20. Let's give you 20.
I mean, I had 20 and then I died. Not unconscious.
I was as much as you like, I'd say, as you can, maybe.
And then you can.
I mean, Chris is our healer, so if you sort Chris out, Chris can sort everyone else out.
That is true.
Cool. Have it. I'll keep 5 for emergencies.
As a treat.
What's the total? I don't know.
50.
Go.
Whoop.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
That is the action.
The bonus.
Hang on. How do you lay on hands, Hunk? I should rephrase that. How do you lay hands on Hunk?
Lay on horns.
You don't have to rephrase it.
Nope, we're allowing this to happen.
Go on.
The same, almost nebula-like glitter that is on the shield just drifts, and it's literally like a nebula in the sky, just appears from his hooved hand or fist or whatever they have.
Just a hand.
It's just a hand. It's just a normal hand.
Yes.
Just the pause of yeah, cool, thanks.
With hooves.
It's
I have a
keratin
specific
gloves.
set of skills, and I am not going to explain or justify how I do it.
We established that the pig folk could use hooves.
That sounds like a G problem.
You cleave them with your cleaved hands or something. I don't know.
Wow.
But yeah, a beautiful nebula of the Gatecrasher magic will just basically glitter and spread. It's going to be really irritating though, because you're just going to find bits of it on you like for weeks after. Just never seems to go away.
Well, I'm knocked out and lying on the ground, and you're laying a hoof on where?
Your forehead.
Boop. Then my eyes will open, and I will look directly into your eyes and say, "Shiny."
And bonus.
You see those ship emojis, chat.
Like the crab. I can't remember the song, shiny.
Shiny. Yeah. This isn't a bow we rip off.
Compromise.
Any more, Mike?
Exploding hearts, obviously.
Just having a look if I've got any sort of pop off little bonus actions. I do, but they're pretty much all concentration.
You currently concentrate on anything?
Yeah, I've got my Shield of Faith up at the moment. But I'm tempted to flip to Shield Guardians in a minute. But we'll see. I will hold off on casting any spells for now. That is me.
Cool.
Is it my turn?
It is Murta.
I'm going to cast Banishment at 6th level on all of the 3 things that are still here. They all need to make Christmas saving throws.
Are you trying to piss Dave off? Please tell this is just set up to piss Dave off. It's perfect.
I'm sorry.
Did you wait until Dave was all prepped and go, no, they're all gone. Oh, the tragedy.
It's only 1 minute. I'll be back. Just in time for your spells to run out. I'm really sorry, I totally forgot.
I'm sorry to lawyer, but it's only 1 minute if they're from this plane of existence, which we know Gatey isn't.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Gonna go.
Cool. And
a plagued Warforged to the original plane of existence.
I got one more blade song. I was going to save it to try and pass the exhaustion roll on tensors, but it's fine.
What did they get, Tom?
13 and 5.
Wait, there were 3 things.
No,
one of them's Woodward. Yes, okay.
Yeah. Do you want to banish Woodward?
No.
The tree ant will come back in a minute.
Yeah.
Presumably it's from here. Other than a song.
Is anything native to here?
Presumably whatever's sucking Antimachus's face could be banished as well.
That's a long way away and we
it
can't
has to
see
be within
it.
60 feet.
Yeah, she's about 200 feet away.
All right, everyone, time to run.
I was going to put my mate out of his misery.
Why is nobody running?
I'm staring into Hemlock's eyes until someone shakes me.
All right, let's deal with this beholder then.
Oh no, the beholder's fake. Look, see, you can just wave your hand through it, and invisible force is just moving through the beholder. Can't see me. No, you can. I cast Banishment. I'm awake again.
At which point, out of the woods emerges an incredibly bloody-faced centaur. It's like, right, okay, I've secured the grove. Come with me if you want to live. And
I think given your face, we should say come with us if you want to live, frankly.
Is someone interrupting the moment between Hemlock and me, or are we just going to be in this while you
you're going to be
off?
there forever.
Yeah,
good.
You can just...
It's just glitter and smooth jazz.
Glitter, rainbows, and nebulas. It is amazing.
It's the end of Pride Month. We want this.
Absolutely.
I just love this me and Chris's characters in one corner. And then I just keep glancing down at David, who's just like...
No.
I'm so sorry.
He took 3 rounds!
Three rounds. I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking about
I'm honestly just trying to maintain a professional facade, but I'm so annoyed. I can't even tell you how annoyed I am right now.
I wasn't thinking about it. I just wanted it to end, David. I'm sorry.
I spent a whole 30 seconds ranting about it.
To be fair,
we do these things called Stars and Wishes when we finish the stream, where we talk about what we wish could have happened and what could have been done differently.
David,
put it this way: if you don't see me back next week, you know why.
You don't have to go. They're coming back in a minute. Everyone else can leave, and you can have your Boromir moment as everything fills you with arrows. Does that sound good? Is that what you wanted?
Yes. Yes,
okay.
it is.
Hang on. Let's be reasonable. How long does Tensor's transformation last?
10 minutes.
I'm sure that Commodus, if you want to live, sounds like there's combat happening. You probably get to use it still.
You can.
I mean,
fight
the mirror image will drop and the blade song will drop, but that's fine. I mean, who really cares about those?
You can pop them up. Depending on
I can't cast
how
spells.
nice M's feeling, Berta could just haste you up and speed that process back up again for you.
That would be seen as some level of compensation.
I was planning to haste you, but then I got fed up and decided to banish things. I'm sorry.
Right before David's turn. It's like literally right before David's turn as well.
No, it's not. He goes before me. He goes at the top of combat.
Hey, audience. If you enjoy this, we play every Monday and Tuesday. 6 p.m. GMT to BST or 10 a.m. PT. We've got one more episode on Tuesday. Monday, I believe, Chris, we're into your fun.
The wreckage of Mithranor.
Wreckage. Fridays, 6 p.m. is either going to be a talk together or talking as a free action, so look forward to that chaos. All our shows streamed at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg. You can find all our content archived on youtube.com/rolltogetherrpg. Podcasts, rolltogetherrpg. If we're not there, let us know. Big thank you to our D20 club. Didn't throw so much crazy lore this time, but I'm sure you'll have some details to put in there.
We know now that Hemlock has glitter hands, so
absolutely. if by next week there isn't glitter hands,
guys, I mean, D20 Club, you're all amazing, you know that. But if someone doesn't clip David's meltdown and put it on like Alba's page on the wiki, then something's gone horribly wrong.
You think this is the meltdown? Wait till we get off camera.
You need to do it's the one where it's like we're all like laughing and chatting individually, and you just need to start slowly muting the sound.
This is my soul right now.
I'm sorry. Oh my god.
You know who I'm grateful for? Sponsors, supporters. Please. Oh wow.
No.
And I can't believe I have to say this to you, David. For God's sake, stay classy at the table. Good night.